waiting for this 10th qualifier of the FIDE World Championship of Fischer Random Chess 960. Going to start in about 12 minutes now. About 12 minutes now. I'm sure you guys were all very excited watching this Wei Firouzja match. It was a thrilling end, definitely. I was not expecting to end it like that. Like, the bullets seemed like Firouzja would come back, but it didn't happen. Wei played amazing chess, and of course he's the best player under 20 in the world, so at the end his chess prevailed there. But anyway, we're ready here to watch another great tournament starting now in a little more than 10 minutes. This is the list you can see at below my screen. You can see the list. We're gonna have top 7 players of that list qualifying, so should be very exciting. I think some of these players already are qualified actually. I'm just gonna make a small adjustment here. I'm just gonna be watching chat in a second. I'm gonna make a small adjustment. Fedosev is not the number 1 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm gonna make a small adjustment here so you guys can see the top 7 players. Of course, this is by rating, so during the tournament we're gonna see who performs the best. We have a huge list of players already here qualified for the 96 player knockout to be played in August 11th here online. And then we have Alexander Bortnik. I think he already qualified, if I'm not wrong. Fedosev qualified for sure. He won one of the qualifiers. I think Razulov also won, so maybe they're just practicing here. Maybe, I don't know. This is Esipenko from Russia, of course, young prodigy, is also playing. I think he's not qualified yet. GM Hess is playing nice after a long stream. It's a lot of energy there. We have Paul from SPB. We have Bluebaum from Germany. I think that's him. Some other GMs here and there. We always have some lower rated GMs because sometimes this is Chess 960 rating, so we can see that happen also. I'm gonna be checking chat here, see what you guys are up to. Who are you guys rooting for? Firouzja or Wei at the end? I have a huge audience right now waiting for this great event. We're gonna have 9 rounds here of Fischer Random Chess 960. 9 rounds, and top 7 are going to qualify for the next stage. That's a 96 player knockout to be played in August here. We have a schedule here. Yeah, so this is the qualifiers that some of them they're all of them are played, almost all of them. We're July 28 now. And then we have the knockout qualifiers on August 11th and the over-the-board tournament on October 4 happening in Norway with 6 players. And of course, Magnus is going to play here. We have many big names here in the tournament. I'm going to be running here some of the names for you. This is the main banner of the tournament, of course. You're going to have Magnus Carlsen playing. This is the schedule that I already showed you guys. Tournament happens in October. The quarterfinals happen in October. If you get to the quarterfinals, you guarantee $10,000 and a chance to play against this guy, Magnus Carlsen himself, the world champion. He's joining the tournament in the semifinals already, so he's already there in top 4. Fabiano Caruana, he plays starting on the quarterfinals as well. Magnus starts in the semifinals actually. We have Alexander Grishuk also going to be playing. He's going to be playing the qualifiers before the quarterfinals. Hikaru also joins the tournament already in the quarterfinals, so 3 of the players already starting the tournament in later stages. You also have many other invites like Wesley So, Peter Zvidler. We have Firouzja that just played the speed chess. He's going to play this tournament as well. He's going to play the online qualifiers, the knockout part of the tournament. Same for Peter Zvidler. So we're waiting now, like 7 minutes left for the tournament to start. Just watching a random game here until it begins. Maybe I'll try to play one Fischer random game before it starts. Okay, so chess 960 here. Let's see. I'm gonna play a 3-minute game. Should end before tournament ends. I'm gonna put it against any rating, maybe. Let's see if I can find an opponent here. Play one game before it begins. I'm gonna try to put a challenge here against any player. If you want to play a 3-minute rated future random against me, just send out a challenge because I'm gonna accept it. I'm putting up a challenge now, but still no one accepted. Hopefully we'll catch someone so I can play a game before it begins. Still couldn't find an opponent there. The estimates were very biased towards Firo. I mean, he was the favorite, clearly because of his online experience, but I thought it would be much closer than that. Yeah, definitely. I was not expecting him to win 75% of the times winning the match, because Wei is super strong. He showed that he didn't have great internet and he wasn't really, you know, used to the cheapos in Bullet, but he played very well. And he's a super player, definitely. He's a super strong player. 27, 30 or 40, and it's been like he's 27 for like so many years now. So he's a very experienced player. He knows how to play all parts of the game pretty well, of course. And we saw that. Still couldn't find an opponent, huh? Maybe there's a tournament going on? No. There's the Fish Random Championship, of course. Wanted to play a Fish Random Chess 960 game before it began, but maybe I won't have time now. Maybe. Hey there, Hopin, the DeLorean, modding the tournament today. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm not catching a game right now. We're watching some other random games here before they begin. Okay, we have Daniel Nerditsky. Oh, that's Lazaro Bruzon. I didn't know he had an account here. That's an exciting game to follow. I'm gonna remove my challenge, 960 challenge. We're gonna watch this. This is very exciting. Oh, checkmated. What is this? 3-minute chess, probably, right? 3-minute chess. That's nice to see Bruzon play online. I didn't know he played. Probably that's a new account, or he probably just started. Oh, I sent you a challenge. Yeah, it's too late now. Sorry. Oh, I was close to challenges. Sorry. Okay, maybe next time if I start early. So Bruzon, oh, he has almost 1,000 games. That is exciting. Let's see. So we're playing some Rui Lopez. We're not gonna see any Rui Lopez today because it's Fisher Random, so we're not going to see any openings today. We're just gonna see some chess, basically. Okay, so White's doing fine here. I think it's normal position. I think it's theory. No theory. Yes, no theory. So Wei won the match in the semifinals. I hope you guys don't worry about spoilers, because maybe you didn't watch the speed chess match and you want to watch later here on the, you know, the video here on Twitch. But yeah, Wei won his match against Alireza Firouzja for the semifinals on the speed chess championship, the junior speed chess championship. And now the finals will be between Wei and Jeffrey Xiong. It'll be very exciting. I think they're going to be played next week, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's going to be very nice to see this match. So Queen F7, played by Danya here. So we're waiting for the tournament to start. We have GM Dimitri joining the tournament. That's Dimitri Colors. Sorry, I am Dimitri, but he is a GM. He should change his nickname, definitely. We also have Spicy Caterpillar. That's Ray Robson. We also have Andriy Devyatkin from Russia, but he was already there. So pretty strong qualifier. Only top 7 qualify. And it's a mess because many of the players on that list are already qualified. So they're just playing to practice, I assume. I don't know. So Danya is playing very aggressive as usual. He's gonna play Rook F8, I'm sure. Trying to keep the pieces. I'm not sure, but I think he's gonna play Rook F8. Oh, he plays there. Queen E8, that's very solid. I thought he was going to play for an attack with like Rook F8 and try to play G4. But he thought probably that white is very solid there, so... Queen B8, he goes for an endgame. Queen A2, King F7. That's pretty solid for black here. GM Bertel, yeah, Bertel is very strong. That's a Polish GM. Fedosev is playing. GM Hess is playing it, I mentioned already. He's not even on top 7 rating, so should be very tough qualifier today. I think it's the strongest that I've seen from the other ones that I commented here. So knight f6, bishop f6. Black is fine, but on the other hand, d4, huh? That's a blockade here for white. Bishop c1, I'd prefer to play knight d2, knight d4. We got a sub there. I missed a sub. I think we had an alert there that I missed. I'm sorry. I missed an alert there. I don't know if it was a donation or a sub to the channel. I'm sorry because I missed it, basically. But there was someone subbing or donating here to the channel. I think it was a sub. Almost sure it was a sub. I missed it. Tournament starts in 1 minute, so we're not going to see the end of this game, but probably should see the end of this game, right? Looks like we should. It's a $5 dono. From who? I missed it. First time Bortnik has played. I'm expecting at least 8 out of 9. Oh, so he didn't play before. Oh, he did play. I thought he did play. Can you get the original chess position? Yeah, people ask that, but I think, yeah, of course, it's a valid position. You have 2 bishops, 1 of each color. You also have the king in the middle of the rooks, so it looks valid to me. Bruzon is attacking pretty hard here on Daniel's king. Tournament started probably now. We already are at 4 p.m. Okay, tournament started officially. Just gonna adjust this, and we're going to watch some of the games there. Okay, so yeah, so this is we have Frank James Marshall with 1 point already. Probably he just didn't have an opponent, so he got 1 point. That's typical in Swiss tournaments. He's gonna put some pressure here. King G4 maybe. Gonna play King E4, Knight F5. We're gonna watch the end of this game because it's exciting, I think. This is a good move to exchange the bad bishop. Knight E4, takes. You gotta take there. He goes back. Oh, that's impressive. Why would he go back here? Takes, Knight G5, King E6. Black can play E4 here, potentially. It doesn't work right now, but Knight F4 and black is winning now, yeah. Dana is like a beast in this time controls. King E7 maybe. King D7, check, King C6, G5, D3, crazy stuff here. There's no increment, so he gives a pawn. He's going to try to flag. He's losing now, clearly, but he's gonna flag his opponent for sure. Yeah, that's a GG. Okay. So let's go back to what you guys came here for. Let's see some of the games here. So we have Big Fish playing here. Vladimir Fedosev. Let's try to see his opening. Try to understand. Chess.com excludes the classic starting position. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's good to know. Thanks for that info. I thought it was possible. Come on, it would be funny to have. So it's chess 959? Because the 960, I would assume that includes the initial position, right? And probably exclude some other positions that offer too much advantage for white-black. No, for black it's impossible because it's a symmetrical position. How can black be better? It's impossible, right? Because it's a symmetrical position always. And I don't think there's any position that white has a big advantage. If you have the king between the rooks and the bishops in each color. I think there's no position that it is excluded. Maybe the initial one. But it doesn't make sense. How is black better in a symmetrical position? It doesn't make sense. It's basically impossible, right? Okay, so let's see. So Big Fish here played e4, e5, knight g3, knight b3, c6. and d4. d6, c3. Trying to build a center. Looks normal in Fischer Random Chess. As you guys know, this is 10 minutes plus 2 in increment. It's a good time control. It's rapid. It's not blitz. 10-0 is blitz, but 10-2 is already considered rapid here on chess.com. It's a good time control here. You can think a little bit, of course. If you think a little bit too much, you get in time trouble quickly. So he's playing well with the pawns here. Bishop f4 and queen f4 is gonna play. He gives the bishop pair, but he has free play here. He can castle now. You can just put the king here and castle, just to show you guys how does it work. So just as a reminder, see, initial position, one bishop of each color. That's a must. Another must is you must have your king between your rooks. Doesn't matter if they're like rook, king, rook. That's possible also. You must have the king between your rooks so you can castle to the both sides. Now I can castle both here or here. You see, this is a long castle and this is the short castle. Yeah. Let's see what it's gonna do now. So it's interesting that you can have your king on g1 and suddenly you put your king on c1. Of course, the queen is attacked now, so there was no possibility to play castle at this moment. Bishop d7. I like white here. You just take on d7. Gonna take with the king. Looks awful. If you take with the queen, you lose your piece here. Oh, it's a resigning position. Queen f5 already. No, sorry. Then just move the king. Yeah, probably just castle here, or castle here. I think this is better. Castle this way, and then rook e1, something like that. Yeah, looks very good. There's knight f5 in the air here, but okay, just castle here. Looks nice. Why bother? Why I should bother with anything? Castle here is also possible, but I think it's a big advantage for white anyway. Yeah, so were some spots for non-title players. We have some 3 players already scoring their wins. So you can see the standings here. Top 7 qualify for the 96 player knockout. He played knight f5. I don't see the big plus in this move, but it's not a bad one, of course. You can just castle here, play rook e1 next. It's very healthy for white. Let's try to catch some other game here. Let's see. We have Don Cappuccino, my Italian friend here. Mr. What's his name again? Viviani, right? Yeah. He always plays this qualifier. I love his name. Don Cappuccino. I'm Don Cappuccino. I love it. I should have a name. Everyone should have a name starting with Don, with an Italian accent. Sounds great. He's playing as Andrei Devyatkin from Russia. Strong online player. 2700 blitz player. Always tough opponent to deal with. So e4, g6. Imagine that whenever you see a chess game in a normal position that is already like something creative at the beginning, you already look weird, you know, like what is this? What's happening here? Let me try to understand this. Let me try to understand what's going on. Imagine here that you have to, every single game you have to take a fresh look of where the piece is located. Where are the pieces located at? So 92 he plays, knight c6, just castles, knight f3, just castle here. See? You can just castle here. Just pick your king and put it above your rook, and then you get a castle. So he castles, knight c3. It's kind of a standard position here. The only weird stuff is that the bishop is on a8, which is impossible in a normal chess game, because how is the bishop getting here without moving this pawn? It's impossible, right? The bishop should get here through the b7 square. And the bishop on h1 is not absurd because it's a fianchettoed bishop, so looks fine. f4, it's kind of a normal position here. Kind of a normal position. f5, white is having good prospects here on the king side. Frank Marshall got some entertaining games. Check his games against Capablanca. Yeah, of course. The great Frank James. He's a very creative player. Not only because of his creations in the opening, of course, the Marshall attack on the Ruy Lopez, the Marshall Gambit, on the Queen's Gambit, but he was a very creative player. Very creative, attacking, dangerous player. Frank James Marshall, from the beginning of the century. The past century, not this one. So he's playing f5 here, he's putting some pressure. The bishop here and the rook. I'm gonna watch some other games here. So Fedoseev already won his game, so he already has 1 point. 4 players already leading the tournament. Let's see Ray Robson. Guys, if there's anyone you want to watch, just let me know here. Anyone that is competing here that you will enjoy to see their games, just let me know, and we'll catch them. We'll catch them if we can. So 93, 96. So it's usual that you should put your pawn in the center and the knight, like normal chess. Seems like a basic rule here. They're putting their knights into play. Knight f5, g3, rook f1, g6, knight h6. Some very symmetrical position here. Bishop g4 attacking the knight. h4, f5. Wow, that's very intense. Oh, the knight was trapped already. Oh, the knight was trapped. That was a big mistake already for black. So he had to give a pawn. Takes. When I say the knight is trapped, it means that the knight has nowhere to go, right? It's all controlled by white pieces, and there are no squares available here. So he played f5 to get this square for the knight, but it doesn't help. I mean, it helps the knight, but it's a losing position already. d4, trying to open the position. There's almost a mate here if the bishop would leave to some other square. d5. Oh, is this very bad for black? Yeah. Knight c5, knight e7 check. That's almost mate. You gotta take the knight. Good or bad, you gotta take. Knight e7, king d8 maybe. There's some knight d3 check here. This has to be good for white, but knight d3 and king d7 maybe. But it looks bad. Yeah, black's king is very badly placed. You want to see Alexander and Hess, okay? I take back what I said about Bordnik. He could get some really tough pairings. I mean, he's a super strong player, but I think his main strength is in lower time control, so I don't think he's a huge favorite here on 10+2. I don't think so. He's a monster in like blitz and especially bullets, because he's so fast. For the streaks, and you know, very fast player, very precise player. But I don't think we're gonna see him crushing the tournament like Danya did. Like Danya Naroditsky scored, I don't know, 8.5, dominating the tournament completely. So we can have the qualifiers list. I think we can have the link in the chat, so you guys can see who already qualified for the big final. 96 players. This is the 10th qualifier in a total of 12. Next week we're gonna have the last 2 ones in the Sunday, so you can define the total 96 players competing in the knockout tournament, the big knockout tournament, driving to the finals, to the quarterfinals. Thank you, that happened for that link. So who already qualified here? Let's see. From amongst the guys that are playing today. Okay, Andrei Devyatkin already qualified. Okay, that's one qualifier that's playing today. I think that's about it, right? Okay, Fedoseev, of course, as I mentioned. And I think that's about it. I mean, at least Razulov also qualified already. Yeah. So we have Razulov and Devyatkin and Fedoseev. 3 players already qualified, yeah. Devyatkin, Fedoseev, and Razulov. Okay, so these 3 players are playing, and maybe some lower rated players as well. But amongst the top guys, those are the ones that already qualified for the 96 player knockout. Okay, so he won an exchange here. This king's a little bit weird, but okay, he's winning here, most likely. Probably gonna activate his bishop like this. This king is a little bit of trouble still, but should be fine. Yeah, should be fine for white. Let's see Borting. Yeah, we haven't watched him play yet. Okay, he's playing against a 2000 player. We're gonna watch Bobby Hess as well. He's losing a piece here, guys. He's a piece down against this guy from Romania, Razvan. It's a very Romanian name. I think I played a guy already with this name, Razvan. That's a very Romanian surname or name, I don't know. So he's a piece down, basically. For no compensation, I would say. One pawn he has, but what happened here for him to lose a piece? So a5, a4, knight f3, d3, knight d4, takes on a5. Okay, he wanna... Wow, that was a huge blunder. What was this? He thought for 1 minute and played bishop takes a5. And bishop takes d4, wins a piece. What is this? Oh my god. What kind of move is this? If he takes the knight, the bishop, then queen takes a5. Wow. That's a huge blunder for a 10-minute game. Huge blunder. Massive, massive blunder. His opponent is playing well here. Exchanging pieces. Activating pieces. Pretty straightforward chess here for black. Of course, white has space. The knight is badly placed on a7. e5, it looks very good. Yeah, black is dominating here. Borthnik really trying to prove me wrong. Definitely. He definitely is, yes. I don't know, Max. That's pretty simple. I mean, he can see those tactics in bullet games easily. I mean, he's a machine for calculating the small lines, the small tactics. It's surprising because I don't think he wanted to take on b6. I mean, I don't know. It's just that chess 960, sometimes you miss obvious stuff because it's a new pattern all the time. The bishop should not be on h8, you know. So maybe it's hard to guess what's happened, but anyway, here he is trying to fight. His opponent has 2 minutes. In case his opponent gets low on time, he has good chances. He has, I mean, the knight on a7 is pretty badly placed now, so he has chances here. And if takes, black should want to exchange queens, but then rook e2, rook e1, and f4 is coming, so it's not that simple. Suddenly white is creating some play here. c6, not so sure about c6. b6 probably now has to be played, but then knight c8. Rook a8 is a move now. f4 now maybe. f4, rook a8. Yeah, I gotta play f4 here. Good or bad, you gotta play f4. Yeah, rook a8 now. e4 is the move, but I don't like e4. Maybe e4 is best actually. Rook a8 and then e4 probably. That looks good for black. Yeah, rook a8. Yeah, rook a8 first was better, definitely. That's an interesting move also, trying to activate the knight. He has 2 pawns for the piece now. But now with the knight playing, it could be very bad for white here. Let's see. Still fighting, definitely still fighting. Maybe he has to take on f5 here. Because e5 allows knight e4 check. And king c2, rook a8. Rook a1, rook d8. That starts to be... the white pawns are gonna be overextended here, for sure. Hey everyone here in chat. It's the first time I watched your commentary. You're doing well. Thank you. You just watched 15 minutes. Could get worse. Don't compliment me now. Compliment me at the end. So Deviatkin won his game against the Italian guy. The cappuccino guy. Black won. Piece up here. No counterplay. Horrible bishop on f3. Okay, that's Danya's game. Doesn't matter now. He's playing blitz. He's losing here, but it doesn't matter. We're not gonna go to this game. He takes on f5. As I mentioned, I think it's the best chance. You gotta take on f5. Otherwise, the knight finds a very good spot here. He plays knight e4 anyway, which is good. But at least... yeah, it's also fine for black. But now I lose a tempo at least. Sorry. I lose a tempo taking back on f5. Gotta play king King c2 I think is gotta be played. I mean, he wants to activate his king so bad, I know. I can feel that he wants to activate his king, but king b4 is running into c5, and you cannot play here, here, or here because of forks. There are forks everywhere. Like, just to show you guys, if you play here, it's a fork. If you play here, it's a fork. If you play here, it's also a fork on d2, because this rook is hanging. So you have to play king a3, which looks awful. Anyway, king c2, it's not that clear. I mean, it's bad for white, but yeah. I don't know why he took so long. It was kind of obvious. Now gf5. Now white has to find something to do, which I'm not so sure what is he going to do. Rook d1. Rook d8. There's always an idea to play a6 at some point, trying to make this pawn pass, but for now there's no point in making that he could have played rook d1 here, but that was too risky probably. Take and fg. Even though it wins a pawn, and now we have a dangerous passed pawn here. But then check here maybe, and some a6, I don't know. He played safe. King g6, h3. Rook a8, I like it. Black's playing well. Takes on d8. a6. But now I take. Yeah, but knight c5 maybe, and knight d3, but doesn't work quite well, huh? Thinking about this and this, so it can fork the king and the rook. But this should be waiting for black now. Rook d4 is a move also. Or check. Check, I'm not so sure. Maybe. Black can lose coordination here. Or rook d4 now is winning easily. Not sure if it's easily, but it's winning, definitely. Yeah, it's playing well here, definitely, with black. If b7... Yeah, I check and I play here. There's no way to play rook b1 in time. If I play rook b1 now... Oh, then it's a check and it's a fork. Oh, that hurts. Rook b1, check is winning. Black's playing well here, definitely. Rook a4 is a move, but then knight c5 is very annoying, because it defends there, attacks the rook. There's some forks here if you played rook b4. You gotta play rook a6 and king b2 and hope for the best, but it's lost here. Definitely lost here. You should play rook a6, because if b7, rook takes c4 check, then I play rook b4 no matter what to do. But then again, maybe that's the best chance. Yeah, rook b7, rook c4, king d1, rook b4, rook a6, rook... Yeah, okay, he played right away. I think it's the same. Check. Why is he thinking? It's obvious move. You gotta take on c4, buddy. You gotta take on c4. There's no point in thinking there. Now rook b4, pre-move. You gotta hold that dangerous passed pawn here. Gotta play rook b4 now. And then b7. And there are good drawing chances for white here, actually. It's very sad for white, but there are drawing chances here, definitely. Should be bad, because white's gonna have to take on f5, I think. Wow, that's a weird move. I don't like this. Because now the pawns are... Oh, he goes after that pawn. Wow. Now it's over. Yeah, that's a better way to play this. b7, rook b4, checking f5, and it's GG here. White is such in a passive position, and f4 is gonna... Yeah, rook b4 now. King f5. There's only one pawn for black, but that's enough for a win. And this one is gonna... We're gonna take that pawn. King f4, what's the trick? Oh, that's a trick. Oh, yeah, I knew there was a trick there. I didn't see that, but he played it so fast, you know, there was something there. So what was his mistake here? Oh, he shouldn't play king f4. Yeah, maybe knight f6 here gotta be played, huh? Rook f knight f6. That's much safer. And then king f5, yeah. So the game is been played like this. Check. Interesting here. It's a drawn endgame, of course, but white can play on here for sure. Just knight c6 maybe. Or this. Check, check, maybe, but doesn't change. King d5. Go back here, king d4. King e4 is also fine, doesn't matter. It's a drawn endgame. Rook and knight against queen. Rook d5, maybe here? Okay, there's no need for that. White's gonna try to win this because he was in such a bad shape. But now he got winning chances. Maybe he's gonna give up. I mean, it's really hard to win this. Just king d5, go back. There's no way to break through this position. So how many games do we have left here? We have only 5 games. Robson is still playing. He's in a big time scramble here. Oh, he's a pawn up here. Fighting hard, but it's doesn't look good at all here. It's such a dry position. Rook g5, king b4 now maybe. Yeah, he just waits here. Just waits. Rook g7. White is so passive here with the rook on h4, h3. If he could put the rook on g1, it would be much better. Then it would try to advance the pawn, but the rook here is so passive. Maybe a king b4 now. He's trying to make time here. Meanwhile, Bortnik is not making any progress as expected because it's a very difficult position to do anything. So I'm gonna get checkmated real soon here. Yeah, and it's a draw here. It's gonna play a4 and king a2 and a3 and king a1. Yeah, and it's a GG here. It's gonna be a draw here. a2. It's stalemate here. You can just take this. You can just take now on g6. You can just take this pawn. If you take with the king, it's stalemate. You gotta take with the rook. King b2 and it's king b1 and it's GG. King c2, king b1. Can go back also for stalemate. It's the same idea. Just king b2, king b1. Yeah, king c1 is fine also. Doesn't matter. Dima Ramon from Russia. Just go back here. It's also fine here. There's no way to destroy this. Yeah, there's no way to. Do you think someone in chat here would lose this game against the GM with black? Is there a way to like destroy this position with the pawn on 7th rank? Probably not, right? Any of you that would lose this game, you think? No, I don't think so. Used to go to c4 with the king. I would? No, come on. No one here would never ever lose this game with the king there and the pawn there. It's so obvious. I trust you guys. Don't underestimate the power of chat. No, I trust you. I trust you with this. He's getting short in time here. But how many moves do we have here already? Wow. So move 52. We only have yeah, we now have 40 moves here. So 10 moves to make a draw here by force. Rook e6 check. Looks fine. Rook b6. 7 moves now. Rook b7. Queen a5 check. Rook b6. Can go again there. Queen c3. King b7. Looks fine. Queen g7. Queen g3 maybe. Queen h3. I don't know. 5 moves. before we got the 50 move rule draw. 50 move draw rule, I mean, yeah. Queen g3 check. Now queen h2 maybe. Some waiting move here. Queen g2, king c7. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw here. He's gonna lose the queen here if he messes around too much. Now another 2 moves and it's gonna be a draw here. Yeah, it's a draw. 50 moves here. It's a classic rule on chess games. If you reach 50 moves without a pawn move and without any capture, it's a draw automatically. So let's try to see Bobby here doing his thing. Oh, he's playing against the GM. Very tough opponent already. So let's also see David Prues playing against Pavel Pankratov from Russia. Andrei Esipenko is playing against Gir Kassa from Norway. And we have Blitzstream also. Any French in the chat there? Any French chess players in chat? Wow, Kevin plays the Scandinavian even in Fischer Random. Wow, he's such an addict to Scandinavian. Even in Fischer Random, he manages to play the Scandinavian. That's amazing. That is surprising to me. Oh, he's streaming right now. Okay, makes sense. Well, let's see here what Bobby Hess is up to. GM Robert Hess. I think this is GM Bluebaum, right? Yeah. Matthias. How do you say the first name? Because in Portuguese it's Matias, which is of course wrong in German. So f4, knight c6, g3. How do you pronounce Matthias? No. Matthias. Yeah, Matthias Bluebaum. How do you pronounce his first name in German? Any Germans in chat there? Matthias. Is that it? Matthias Bluebaum. Okay, I thought it was wrong for some reason. Matthias. 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 Okay. Matthias. Okay. Matthias Bluebaum. It's not that different. In Portuguese we say Matthias. Matthias, almost there. Germans can't agree either. Yeah. So he played f4 here with white. Very strong GM, Bluebaum. He's like 2640 or something. FIDE rating. f4, knight c6. h5. Not so sure about this move. Knight h6. Trying to find some squares for the knight. d6 and e5. Weird. Anything is weird. Let me test something here. Let me try to...
Matthias.
Matthias, it says in German. Matthias. Yeah, that's how you mentioned in chat. Matthias, that's right, yeah. In English?
Matthias.
Matthias. Yeah, that's in English, definitely. Google Translate. Chess player names brought to you by Google Translate. Oh, that's right. It's almost. Oh, that's a good. That's a good observation. The knights and the bishops are in the correct position. I didn't realize that. The queen is weirdly placed, of course, on h8. So knight there, h5, knight h6, d6, plays e5, castle, long castle here. Bishop g2, and now black is thinking. Black is thinking. Isn't there some like bad commercial about English school that there's some Germans guy there are some German guys telling they're sinking, and the other one understands he's thinking, but he's like he's really sinking, he's gonna die. What are you thinking about? Isn't that like a very old bad commercial? I remember seeing that one. Yeah, black is sinking, exactly. That's the commercial. That's probably popular in German. Yeah, see? Someone saw that. I'm not the only one. Someone else has seen that as well. The Z pawn, yeah. Okay, so castle, castle, bishop g2, queen g8, activating the queen in a weird fashion, but okay, that's a move. Knight g4, trying to make a classical fork. This is normal chess. The fork's still a fork in Fischer Random, in chess 960. It still counts. e4, knight g5. I really don't like e4 here, I think. What other move does he... Oh, he's trying to play d5 here, maybe. Knight d5, f6. That's an interesting tactic. Defending the pawn, because there were 3 attacks there. Oh, sorry. Here. So if knight takes d5, winning a pawn for free, f6. Double attack. Attacking the knight and also the knight here. But then knight e4, possibly. And queen d5, and now some other discovered trick, like knight f6. This looks ugly for black. It's a third pawn already. I may take the rook here. Oh no, so that's bad for black. He had to play f5 then. He blundered. Yeah. He clearly blundered that. Did you see Wei Firouzja? Yeah, I was commenting on Portuguese. Yeah. It was a very exciting match. Wei played amazing chess. And at the end he qualified. Firouzja is such a monster. We all were expecting to see him qualify, I think. I mean, I think he was the favorite. Not by much, but he was the favorite in my opinion. But Wei, it's a force you should always consider. So f5, he played d3, d5, trying to hold on to that strong pawn. But I'm sure that, I mean, I think that Hess has missed this knight takes d5, knight d4 stuff, because otherwise he wouldn't want to play f5 because the knight is so strong on g5 now. It's not doing much, I know, but it looks scary to allow this knight here. So many knights jumping. Okay, the bishop is out of play here, but h3 is a threat now. Knight f6, I just take on f6. Was it the grand final? No, that's a semifinal. The final is going to be Jeffrey Xiong against, of course, Wei. I think it's going to be on August 3rd, right? Like next week. I don't remember. Okay, so he played knight b4, trying to exchange a pair of knights. Looks nice. Bishop c5, h3, kicking the knight. There is knight e3, but then rook takes. And in such an open position, I think the bishop would be very strong here. But he's considering that. Otherwise, he has to go back to f6. After what? Maybe white would play bishop f1 to play bishop c4. Maybe. Something like that, I'm not so sure. Okay, so he played h3, knight takes e3, rook takes, bishop b5. So he's gonna give 2 pieces for the rook. Usually in the middle game, 2 pieces are better than the rook, even if you get a pawn together with the rook. Usually the 2 pieces are better, but here he's trying to claim that he has an open file to attack. White's pieces are badly placed, but this is with such a stable pawn structure, I would prefer white always here. Even like, okay, rook d4 he played because he was going to lose the rook anyway. So rook d4 cd, of course. And now, what is he thinking here? Gotta take on d4, right? Wow. Yeah, that was surprising. 17-second thing by Blue Ball. With this structure, I really don't like the black's bishop situation because all the pawns are in light squares. There's bishop d3, but I can play bishop f1 exchanging. But okay, he's trying to claim that the knight is out of play here. The knight is not helping much. He has a good spot in the king's side, but it's not doing much apart from that. I mean, the knight will be, of course, much stronger on e5 or even e3, blockading. Maybe white has to play something like this in long term, but it looks very slow. I'll be very happy to see if he ends up playing this. But I don't think there's time to play this. Like h4, knight, 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 and knight, blockading the passed pawn, which is usually the best square, the best possible square for a knight is blockading a passed pawn here. But I don't know how to evaluate this position. I have no idea how to evaluate this. He can try to play with g4 at some time to make these pawns weaker, but yeah, he has to bring this knight back at some point. Black maybe will try to play rook d8 and c5, some stuff like this. Try to play for an attack on the central files maybe. Rook c5 here. Oh, that was winning a piece. Wow. That was a very simple tactic. Everyone missed. Yeah, rook c5. Yeah, that was just winning a piece here. Wow, that was a very superficial move. When I mean superficial, I mean that, you know, it's just a move that you make. Looks nice, but you didn't calculate anything. You cannot play like that in chess. If you don't calculate ever, you're gonna make blunders. Because there's intuition. Like, okay, this move looks nice. It looks, but you have to start calculating if it really works. One thing is just to look nice, but it has to work also. Attacks on a2, probably king b2 looks fine. Bishop f1 maybe. I still don't like black's position, but okay, maybe he's activating now. And the knight is definitely out of play here. The knight will be much, much helpful. Much better on e3. Much more helpful on e3, definitely. Bishop f3 I like because he's taking advantage of this pin, and of course he wants to take on h5 and then playing g4. The knight goes back to life. g6, bishop d1 most likely, bishop c2 controlling, and I really don't like black's situation here. He has to play so active to justify this two pieces against the rook situation that he got there. So yeah, he plays g6. Ah, there was rook c6. Oh, right. Yeah. Of course, rook c5 didn't win a piece. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm too naive. I'm believing everything you say. Of course, rook c5, rook c6. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are testing me, right? I didn't pass the test. You do that to every streamer, right? Like, play a move that it seems like it's winning a piece, so you just can see if the guy's good enough and calculating. Have you been testing other streamers also? I didn't pass the test. I'm gonna try my best in the next one. I promise. I'm gonna try my best. So he plays bishop d1, bishop c2 next. The knight can now jump to e5 possibly. Knight f7, knight e5. I really don't like black's position here. Okay, he defends. That's good. Now white should maneuver this knight somewhere. It's a very interesting game here. Meanwhile, Pavel Pankratov beat David Pruas, another chess.com commentator. He's been commenting the Pro Chess League lately, the Summer Series events. We have Esipenko here playing as well. He's very active in this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a pawn down here. White has the bishop pair. He's trying to show some activity here, which he has. But positionally, he's dead. Like, he's a pawn down with a bishop pair for white. And everything is so nice here. The knight is controlled, is limited here. The bishop is also very well controlled. But there's an idea with knight queen c4. It looks very superficial to me here. I'm not so sure about bishop f6. I know it destroys black's structure, but queen c4 is in the air now, followed by bishop d3. So maybe, I don't know. Yeah, knight f7, knight e5, knight c4, knight e3, yeah. Exactly. Always looking for the blockade. So let's go back to that game. It's very interesting. h4, rook d7. Another good thing that you should try to, you know, stay into one game and watch it is that there's a chance you're going to learn something out of that. Because if you just glance at many games, like for 2 seconds, you're not going to learn anything. Here you can understand what's going on, you know, the plans, what has been happening in the game. So GM Hess offers a draw. I'm sure, I mean, I'm not sure of anything, but I think he will not accept this. Because black has no plan here. White's not, I mean, it's not clear what white's gonna do either, but yeah, he improves the bishop. Of course, he refuses the draw. Looks logical. I don't understand this move actually, but queen f6 maybe, hitting d4. Looks logical. You gotta go back to c3 then. Bishop c5 would run into b6. Looks bad basically. And Hess is in time trouble, so white can never accept a draw here. I like this move, looks okay. I'd like queen f6 also. He can play b6 and a5 at some point, try to control the black's bishop. The dark squared bishop that white has actually. If you let the knight out, you lose, right? I mean, if the knight starts playing here on e5 or e3, it looks like terrible for black here. The only chance is to be controlling the knight forever, but you're spending your stronger pieces to control the knight, so it doesn't make, I mean, at the end you're gonna have to let him go at some point. Also, the bishop on f1 is controlling that other maneuver that I mentioned at some point, the knight going back to e3. So now I think white blundered queen d5. Oh, but you cannot take because of fork here. So you can move the queen and then play bishop c3 again. Queen c5, I like it. If you take, you lose the rook. If you take here, I take with the bishop. And now the knight's... Oh, I can also play knight e6. That's not good. Yeah, he takes. He can play knight e6, but it doesn't look good. Bishop c5 looks fine. But actually then e3 maybe. Takes, okay. Can play e3 maybe, but I think white's gonna be able to bring the king over. Now the bishop's a little bit weird on c5, I might say. Maybe bishop b4 because it cannot take because of the fork. But then you're gonna have a weird position for your king and the bishop. He plays king c3, e2, king d2, bishop a3 now probably. Maybe white's pushing too hard here because rook e7, okay, take. But if black had time to play rook e7, it would be winning for black. Because they cannot stop e2 and e1. c5 is a very aggressive move. I like it. I like it. I think maybe white overpressed this. There's still knight e6 in the air, but then king e7. So now the pawn is dangerous here. White lost coordination here at some point. And c5 is strong because you gotta open files for your pieces there. Your rook especially. That's basically the only piece left in the board that plays on the files. So looks like white's in trouble now. Looks like white is in trouble now. DC runs into e2. There's still knight f3 still, but then rook d1, cb. So how's this? DC, e2, knight f3, rook d1, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be a win for black actually. Yeah, time is the problem, but it's very straightforward how to play as black. And there's 2 second increments, so unless white finds a very nice defense here, it's gonna be game over here. Because I'm threatening to take and play d3. I mean, how are you going to survive against that? Yeah, you gotta play DC, I think, here, but that's almost the same as resigning. But I don't see another move here. Okay, I'm very tired as well, so I may be blundering, but I don't see another move here. Bishop d3, maybe? No, but then cd, and it's GG here, instantly. 96 is another move, but king e7, as I mentioned. You can play 96 and go back. And there's a pin there, but it looks wrong. I was thinking about this, but rook d5 now? What's the point? Ah, bishop c1, bishop d2 maybe. Oh, this. e2? Ah, he found it. Nice. Bishop c1 now after e2, huh? Bishop c1 now, bishop d2 here. Yeah. Bishop g2 now? No, that doesn't make a difference. 91, 91. And bishop d2. It's a weird position now. So Esipenko wins his game. He's also at 2 points right now. Many players at 2 points. 6 players now. So weird position here. Oh, bishop e4 looks very dangerous. Oh, now time is going to be a big factor. Oh, nice move. You're going to take on e2 now. a4. I think you're going to have to play a4 here. Oh, he takes. Knight d3. He's going to play knight e5, knight g6, but that's very slow. Yeah, black could win this, actually. a5 now, looks nice. Or check to play rook g1. Oh, the rook's kind of trapped now. I keep changing opinion here because it's a delicate position. Removes the rook. c4. Ugh, didn't want to break the structure like this. I don't like b5, but I guess he had to play it. Oh. Rook a2. Looks like a draw, actually, now. Kind of a draw. Because even if I take this, it's gonna take so long for me to make a pass pawn here, so should be kind of a draw here. Yeah, it has to go back probably here. You can play for a win, but it doesn't make sense to me to play for a win, even that your opponent has 4 seconds. Okay, maybe in that case, maybe if your opponent has 4 seconds, it looks like a good idea, possibly. King b2. He played rook g1 instantly. He would play for a win anyway, huh? He doesn't go for a draw there. Yeah, these pawns are dangerous, and white pawns are not doing much. I think you gotta take this. Play that, interesting. Try to take this one. Okay, knight c4, I guess has to be played, and then rook g4. You gotta find some way to keep playing, but probably just bring the king over, like bishop e3 and bring the king over. Not so sure about this move. Knight d2 maybe. And then bring the king over. Yeah, to stop king e4. Now bishop f2. Bishop e1. Or bishop g3. Bishop e1. Oh, now f4 is hanging. Bishop e1 was better, right? King d4. He's trying to penetrate there. King e3 is an idea, huh? Yeah. Oh, looks scary for white now. Okay, now of course black is out of danger. Trying to play for a win now. So sometimes the rook is better than 2 pieces. Even though that here the big issue is that black has 2 pawns up here. Bishop g5, I guess. Oh, but then king d3 and then check. f4, king e1, king f1. Knight d2 check he had. Winning the pawn. Knight d2 check. Yeah. Now it's draw. King f5, it's draw, yeah. Take on f3. There's a fork there. Okay, he escaped from the fork. Now it's a draw position, of course. Black can still play on, but it's blockaded here. There's no way that black takes h4 pawn by force, naturally. Just king e1, I don't know. King g1 looks also fine. Knight e2 looks fine also. I don't know who's trying to play for a win now. I think no one. They just settled for a draw here. Black's playing for a win here? Doesn't make sense. King f2 now, king g2. Just move your king, improve your king. Oh, he wants to take on g5. Go for a draw. Yeah, of course, not going for a win. Yeah, maybe with this time, but I mean, 3 seconds, it's plenty of time. If you move the bishop, I can play g5, and it's also a draw here. Yeah, It's gonna be a draw. One of the last games on the round here. Rook d5, attacking. Check on g1 looks okay. 4 games left only. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw here. Good for everyone here. Yeah. Okay. That's a draw. Very interesting game. Well fought game there. I thought White has a better chance at some point. Then he was into trouble. And at the end, he escaped, I think. Let's see Matibar. Oh, he's gonna lose this game against 2258. So Bartel loses his game. H2 is there. We have a Brazilian player playing, still playing. Bernardo Stockman, that's my compatriot from Brazil, playing against Zenitushka. Clearly a Russian name. King f6 now, threatening checkmate. King e8, knight b6 now, almost checkmate, but it's not a checkmate. Almost checkmate does not work. c5 looks fine. Trying to play c6. Knight b6 now. Threat. Oh, that doesn't work. c6 looks better. Yeah, check. Oh, it's mate. Rook b8. That's mate. Nice. So Bernardo wins his game. We have 9 players. No, sorry. 14 players at 2 points right now. 14 players. You already have the third round going on. We have many interesting games. We can watch some of Dimitri Collar's games. That's I Am Dimitri. He's a GM though, of course. Dimitri Collar's. Second board is North Pigeon against Pavel Pankratov with the interesting bishop's position here. With the bishops attacking there. Same for black, of course. And the king here in the small nest with the rooks. And if white wants, white can play the short castle here at some point. King g1 and king f1. Rook f1, sorry. King g1, rook f1. Yeah. In a later stage, after you remove all these pieces from the first rank. We also have Big Fish. Vladimir Fedosiev against Kevin Bordy from France. Interesting. We also have Andreyka, that's Andrei Sipenko, against Dark Alkine. Okay, interesting name. Yes. Who's Dark Alkine? Let's see. Okay, that's a name there. It's a Greek. I am. Yeah, the short castle. The short castle is the super, super long castle. The king goes to b1 to g1, exactly. Isn't every piece playing on files? No, but on files only the rooks and the queens play on files, right? I said that white had to open files there in that position. Okay, so let's see. And Hess is playing... okay, Bortnik is playing against... Oh, Bortnik made a draw. Okay, he made a draw in the first game, yeah. He won the second game. He's playing against Bluebaum. Matthias Bluebaum. Matthias, actually, sorry. Since he's German, we should try to pronounce the name as a German. So Matthias Bluebaum there. Trying to see the other games here, but okay, nothing super interesting. Oh, we have a nice game here. Ray Robson had a draw in the first game, as we also followed, against Christopher Yu. He's a very young player from the United States, from the US, yeah? How old is he? I've seen him play. He's like an IM? Christopher Yu. Why can't I find his name in the FIDE list? Christopher, oh, there's an H. Christopher Yu. His, I can't find his name here. Christopher Yu. Why can't I find his name? Christopher Wu. No, that's not him. I can't find his name on FIDE. Christopher Wu Jin, but anyway, that okay. We're gonna try to. I just wanted to see if he's an. Yeah, Christopher Woojin Yu. Yeah, for some reason I can't find it. Only writing his last name. He's an IM, of course. He was born in 2006. Wow. 13 years old. Young player. Yeah, I just saw it. Thank you for the links. I just found it as well. You don't have to remove the h1 bishop to make short castle, right? You are right. You have to remove the pieces in between the castle, yeah. The h1 bishop should not move, exactly. You're correct, Ruben. So we're having a 13-year-old here playing against Ray Robson. So g4 first move, opening his bishop, f5, takes, queen takes, b3, opening both bishops. So Ray is enjoying to play with the bishops, takes, knight, castle, queen side, and then black is thinking now. Play b6 maybe. He could move the knight and try to play short castle here, the king side, or he can also castle this way. Yeah, knight e6 looks fine. Only thing that bothers me that black is not trying to control the center with pawns. It could be a little bit problematic, I think, in the long term. Let's see. Number 2 in the world below 14. Quite a talent. Yeah, definitely. Really, number 2 in the world? Wow. I thought we had stronger, like 2,500 players. Yeah, he's number 2 in the world. Wow. No, he's number 9 in the world. No, he's number 9. He's number 9, not number 2. Number 2 on US and in the continent. Yeah, no. In the world is number 9 here, it says. Yeah. No, there are stronger players. Some 2,500 players. There are always some of them from somewhere. And besides, you have like these Indian players. They're like all, 12, 13, 14 years old. So there are many of them with above 2,500, I think. At least some of them. Black cannot castle long. Yeah, he could castle. Yeah, he did castle here. Okay, this is not. Yeah, this is the short castle, but it should be a long castle. Exactly. Let's call it the queen's side castling. Yeah, and this would be the king side castling, of course. He played here. It's kind of a boring position now. As I said, it annoys me a little bit that black doesn't have pawns in the center. Yeah, rook f8, knight d3. Now, yeah, the knight's always well placed behind the pawns, so looks like a good position for white here. e4 and d5 is a possible moves or weakening moves, but they're pushing black's pieces. But just king b2 is also a move. Try to improve this. Maybe f4 at some point. I don't know. Yeah, and the black bishop is not playing because you can never play b6. Your bishop is hanging. So king b8 and b6 looks weird. Looks scary. So I'm sure white is better here. Let's see Bortnik against Bluebaum, Matthias Bluebaum. So knight g3, knight b3, queen b6, d4. Yeah, looks good for white already. Knight d4, castling, bishop c3, bishop b5, and castle here. b6, f4. Wow, very aggressive move here by Bortnik. Yeah, but b6 is nice because you want us to take. If I take, knight takes, and knight d5 is coming. f4, that's a very aggressive move. Wow. If I take with a knight, then e3 is winning because of the pin, of course. If I take on d4, bishop takes on d4, attacking the queen, and white is destroying. So bishop f4, knight f5. Oh, this is big problem. A big problem for black here. I want to take the queen. I want to take on g7 if you move. I have an eye on this bishop on f4 as well. So queen g5, bishop takes g7. Want to take the rook basically. And also there's some bishop h6 in the air, winning the bishop here. So bishop g3, h takes g3. White's king is weak as well, but this looks e6. 6. It's not an ideal move, but maybe he's gonna play bishop f8, king f8, and then take on g3 here. I don't know, but it looks very bad for black here. I cannot play check because of king takes g7. The bishop is hanging. I can play bishop h6 as an Zwischenzug. How about that? German chat friends. It's an intermediate move. I had a Brazilian student that was German, so he kind of told me how to pronounce some of the classical chess terms in German. Now queen g4 runs into knight h6 check. That's a fork. The Germans have the best chess words. Yeah, Zugzwang. I was told that that's the German pronunciation. And the Zwischenzug. If queen h5, oh, g4 is winning. Oh, that hurts. You gotta play that. Knight h6, winning the queen. But then king g7, rook f6. The king is in a bad position. The rook is hanging, so maybe queen d4 check here. Looks very nice. You gotta play e5. It's such a weakening move. And then there's gotta be a win here somewhere. I mean, of course, white is winning here. Just gotta be precise. Let them do the calculating here. Yeah, gotta play e5 here, I think. King e7. Maybe king e7. I mean, they're also all bad moves, but what can you do here? Gotta play either this or this. I'm assuming this is not a good move. King g5. Then, I don't know, something then. Queen g7 even, bishop g6. Yeah, here queen g7 is a move. Bishop e4 is kind of a move here, hitting the rook. So Big Fish wins his game against Blitzstream. Vladimir Fedosiev wins his game kind of quickly, actually. Let's see. He played king e7. It's a sad move, but what can you do there? Bishop g6 now. Pawn takes, and black survives. So. How to finish the game here. So bishop e4, rook b8. He takes on g6. Yeah, gotta take with the pawn. If you take with this one, queen g7 wins. The knight is such a good defender here, so this has to be a killer move. But I still didn't see how to finish. Maybe just rook d1, I don't know. Rook f1 maybe. Queen f6 is mate? Sorry, this is mate in one move. And if you play f6, rook f6, and knight g8 is winning. And f5, queen g7, something like that. Which country has largest number of GMs, you mean? Probably. That's the question. Russia is number 1, yeah. Russia is number 1. The US is number 2, and then Germany is number 3, I think. Germany has so many title players, so many, like hundreds and hundreds of IMs and FMs. It's a big tradition in chess, Germany. Yeah, he resigns. Yeah, BC was an option here to avoid checkmate, but then queen f6 and queen g7. This is completely wrong, and he has no material. He can resign, definitely. Which country has advanced the most of last decade? No, but Germany has much more GMs than China. China doesn't have that many GMs. Neither has India. Okay, India has 64. India is like, after Germany, I think it's... Yeah, I think India is like 4th biggest. China doesn't have that many GMs. China has like 45 or something. I saw that like last week. It's not that I know these numbers by heart. I don't. But I just saw that info like last week for some reason. Oh, Ukraine has more. Ah, okay. I forgot about Ukraine then. D5 here, yeah, but then Queen F6, Queen G7 looks winning. Why aren't the German world class then? I think Germany has a big culture in like club chess, you know, so many clubs and so many tournaments, so many smaller tournaments, like weekenders. But that has been happening like for so many decades. So they created many title players, but now this new generation is good. They're strong, but they're not super strong yet. Like we don't have that many German players in the top, you know, like 2,700 players. So Russia 254, US. Oh, but that's rating average. You're saying, not number of GMs. In average, yeah, that's the rating average for top 10 players. Rasga Cios. Rasgacels, that's a Brazilian actually nickname. Yeah, but Germany's not even there in top 10 because they're not so strong, but it's very traditional game for them. But maybe they don't have support like Russia always had. And of course like the US has, or India or China. But who is number 2? Oh, US has more. US has more then. US has maybe a little bit more, but it's almost close. US with 100, Germany 96, Ukraine 92, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back to the games here. So Pavel Pankratov lost his game against North Pigeon, player from Mozambique, FIDE Master. No, actually, who was that player? I saw last week, I forgot. Yeah, FIDE Master from Mozambique. I have no idea who this is. So Bortnik won his game against Matthias. Here, oh, Paul from SPB is definitely winning against Dimitri. Is it the same guy you checked last week? Oh, maybe, but his nickname is not on his profile anymore. You're right. That it was a kid, right, from Moscow. I think he changed his nickname. His profile info, actually. Yeah, you're right, but it's not there in his profile anymore. I remember now. Yeah, you're right. We were joking that yeah, exactly. Moscow is in Mozambique. Yeah, I remember that. I think it's the same person, but he changed his profile. So who knows? Black is fighting here. Very hopeless position. There's a knight and a knight, a rook and a rook, and white has a queen against bishop. Sorry, and the rook here right now. Yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns against 2. So 3 pawns up, and the queen against the rook and the bishop. North Pigeon, Gleb Dedin. Oh, he qualified today in the morning. Oh, so another qualifier. Gleb Dedin. That's not a Russian name at all, but that's his name apparently, and he's from Moscow. I'm just gonna switch to this one because there's a time trouble going on. Christopher Yu is in trouble. Big trouble here. Pawn down, no time, weird pieces. D5 is hanging already. Bishop D5 looks nice. Yeah, he takes that. You can just go back with the bishop. I don't know, bishop B4 somewhere. Just take on H7 next move. Queen E5, anything here. I'll just play this very solid move, bishop B4. Yeah, the bishop's on A8, like, it's been there for the last 20 minutes or so. Take and queen c8 and knight c5 doesn't work. Yeah, just take and queen h7. I don't know. Queen h7. Just collect the pawns there. There's a third pawn he takes. He can take on e7 next. He can play queen c8, but I don't see a win after that. 95, but doesn't. He played 95 right away. He's gonna flag him. Okay, a4. He wants to play a3. I would have played queen h7 first, but okay. Maybe knight c4 now. I don't know. He's already 2 pawns up. He can play queen d3, but then takes and rook h6. Maybe black is still fighting. So Paul from SPB wins his game against Dimitri, another player to join the leaders at 3 points. We have Big Fish, Paul from SPB, and North Pigeon, all of them with 3 points out of 3. You can see in the standings here right below my screen. So that was a GG there. Let's see this game. Yeah, he's still fighting here. Christopher Yu still fighting. Very young kid, 13-year-old. One of the top players in his age in the world. He played queen d3, very solid. Rook takes now, I assume. It's gonna be played. Even though the rook's not well placed on d3, but yeah, rook d3 anyway, I guess. AB, rook h6, and then gotta find a move here that I don't know. I can't see, but knight d3 looks fine also, and then rook h1. Yeah, you could take with the knight here. Hess is so resilient against me in the first round. Yeah, he's a strong player, Hess, in time trouble especially. Rook h6. Rook h1, nice. Rook g1, nice move. Rook g7, he's gonna win now. Rook e7. This is defended, so white is just winning here easily. Rook h7, knight f4 looks nice. He wants to play d6. Rook h7 now looks very good. Just keeping an eye on the pawn. Doesn't matter. He doesn't care. And now h3 runs to knight f4. Solid move. Or he can just ignore that. Yeah, f4 now maybe. h2 f4. Or e6, killing the knight whatsoever. Yeah, that's GG. Let's see how many games do we have left. Oh. I lost the tournament now for a second. Okay, it's here. So we have Artak Manukyan from Armenia, also at 3 points right now. Interesting. 5 players at 3 out of 3 here. Still have many games going on. Not that many, like 10 games or so. Let's see GM Hess. He's playing against Tui Griffin. Crazy time scramble. I imagine that white's winning here. Black's rook is completely trapped on a2. Rook a3 gotta be played here. Takes. Knight c4. Running out of time here. Knight c6. It's gotta coordinate somehow. King g1 is okay. e6, bishop c5 is now coming here. Oh, he's gonna flag. Almost flagged there. Played with 0.1. Takes on c4. Oh, that's ugly. Knight d8, good move. Knight f7. Now he's a pawn up here. Queen f3, solid. We're gonna try to press. The thing about the 2-second increment is that you can play like 2 quick moves and then suddenly you're back in track. So King h3 maybe. I like Queen g4 here. I don't like this move, I think. Okay. Now this king is so bad now. King h4. Okay, it's okay. Queen e3 now. Looks nice. Keeping an eye on the checks. Activating the queen. This runs into f5, which is winning probably. Oh, it's gonna move! Almost flagging there. Bringing back the king. He's gonna flag. King f3 maybe? Or just some queen move. King b7. Queen h1 now. Now queen g4. Looks scary for black now. Black is getting suffocated. Oh, queen g6 now is winning. Oh, that was a bad move. You should never move the king there. Queen f4, queen f4. It's stalemate. Come on, come on, come on. Stalemate. Oh, it was a stalemate. Queen f4. That was a draw. Queen f4. Oh. Again, stalemate. Queen. Oh, but there's no checks now. There are no checks anymore. Oh, that's gonna be mate. Almost mate. He had queen f4. Oh, come on. That's pity. Yeah. You can never suffocate your opponent too much there. Queen g6? Oh, it's not a stalemate anymore. Yeah, now it's over. I still gotta find some move, but king f7. Oh, king f7. Tricky, huh? Queen e8 now? Queen e8 was a good move there. Queen e8. Trying to find some... Oh, now it's gonna be mate. Mate. Or that is fine also. Queen g7 mate. Made in 2 moves there. That was a nice move there. He missed. So king h8. Actually, queen h8 was brilliant, but he missed it. It would be a miss. It would be an amazing trap. Queen f4. Yeah, and that's a stalemate now. Okay, so that's another game that just ended. So we have 6 players at 3 points now. Only 1 game left. That's Razvan from Romania. He's drawing the game. King d3. There's no way to penetrate with the king. Queen f4. g5 is even losing, actually. So you gotta... Oh, actually, black is losing here. You gotta play this and it's over. Yeah. Now you just take and king e4. Easy, easy win. Did you qualify yourself? No, actually I didn't. I didn't play any qualifier. Yeah, that's a GG. Okay, so we're starting the 4th round right now. Interesting tournament situation. Let me just try to open some of the games here. 6 players right now. Let me see if you guys can see it correctly. I'm gonna make a small adjustment here. So for you guys wondering, the number here in gray is the Sonnenborn Berger. That's tiebreak. Next to their points. So this means that they has 3 out of 3. It means that 3 points out of 3 games. So they won all of the games. And the 6 points that you can see here next to Devyatkin's points is that his Sonnenborn Berger. That's a tiebreak. Used to, you know, to break the tie here between all of these players at 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 7 players now qualifying, but many of them are already qualified. Like Devyatkin, Big Fish, and that's about it, yeah. So the other 5 players are qualifying, and some other 2 players that are next to them in the standings. Let's go back to the games here for the next round. So Big Fish is playing Paul right now from SPB. Devyatkin is playing Artak Manukyan from Armenia. Marlivi from Slovenia, I think. Yeah, Slovenia with 1. He's playing against Andreyka. That's Andrei Sipenko from Russia. And GM Hess is playing Alexander Bortnik. We also have GM Dmitry Colors. Oh, that's almost the initial position in chess. Yeah, almost. This is correct. All of these are correct. Only some pieces changed here. That's interesting. Oh, they're playing the... Oh, actually the knight is correct. The only 2 pieces that are wrong are the bishop and the rook. That's very interesting, right? Only the rook and the bishop are in the wrong position. The rest is correct. They're playing the Slav defense. Exchange Slav. Interesting. Yeah. With the fianchetto for both. This is almost transposing to a normal chess game. Like bishop f5, g3, g6, knight e5. That's almost theory. For real. I'm not kidding. It could transpose to a normal game, actually. That would be epic. Now g6, g3. We're back to theory here. Amazing. Will you play next week? Probably I won't be able to. I won't be able to play, actually. Unfortunately. What's with the bishops in the corners? Yeah, that's Fischer random. Chess 960. Who resigned on move 7? I don't know, man. Why did your opponent resign on move 7? How am I going to know that? Tell me. I don't know. I have no idea. I would love to help you, but I don't know. How would I know that? So we had 70 players taking part. So Bernardo here at 3 points. Brazilian FIDE Master. 3 points out of 4. I'll take it. Yeah, of course. They give you a point. You get the point, and that's it. That's their problem. Why they resign. Okay, so we're back to like a exchange Slav here, like kind of a Grunfeld Slav. But now it's a little bit different, yeah. Gotta play g3 at some point, but the knight is attacked. I didn't like bishop h6, I think. Oh, the bishop was on f4 actually, so it was needed. Yeah, kind of a boring position here. Let's see Hess playing against Bortnik. So d4 f5. e3 e5 takes, knight goes there, bishop f3, knight c5. If black plays b6, checkmate in one move, that would be nice. But Bortnik did not play that. He played knight b6, g4. Wow, opening the queen, interesting. c6, h3. Bishops. Oh, he was to play bishop h2. Nice. How are you doing? I'm fine, guys. Thank you. Hope you guys are fine as well. Daniel Gem Alexander Fear plays on chess.com. Yes, he does play, of course. He definitely does play. Doesn't play quite a lot, but he does play, yeah. Okay, now there's some attack here. Another Brazilian swag. Yeah, he always plays the Fischer random. I don't know who he is, but I've seen him play as well. An idea is to play bishop g3, queen h2, and take on d6, but a little bit optimistic for white. Are you accepting online students? No, not right now. Focusing on other projects right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Knight c4. Wow. Just is in the chat. Hey, how are you doing? So we want to take on c7. You gotta take on c7 probably. Expose the king a little bit. What? Bishop e5? No, black can take. You gotta take on c7 and then queen h2, but looks like black is doing fine actually. I thought white had the initiative, but does not look impressive at all. Which mate in one? I don't see mate in one here. I'm pretty sure there's no mate in one here. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna move the knight. Castle is moved, definitely. Oh, white can castle here. But the king side is open, doesn't make sense. If I castle here, because the knight d2 check is a threat here. Probably I can castle this way. Looks fine, but I would take on c7 first. Even though the king looks perfectly safe after d6, so hard to guess. Let's see Esipenko here, meanwhile. How you doing? I'm fine. How are you doing? My boy. My boy's not playing today, actually. My boy Yevgeny is not playing. What's the short for Yevgeny? Because Yevgenia, they say Zhenya, right? Zhenya in Russian. Is there a short for Yevgeny? In Russian, I'm sure there is. Like Sasha or Zhenya. Ah, that's the same for Yevgeny or Yevgenia. For man or woman. Zhenya, okay. You need a new boy. Where's my boy? I don't know. My boy probably gave up on the Fischer random. I just hope he doesn't give up on chess, because he plays well. He knows how to play the game. It's a wonderful morning in Japan. It's not a wonderful afternoon here in Brazil. It's a regular afternoon here in São Paulo. So he plays e5, getting the control of the center, takes, knight takes, probably. White's in a bad shape because black's pieces are all playing so well here. The knight is badly placed on c1. It's been an unbearably hot day in Norway. Tell me, for a Norwegian, what does it mean to have a hot day? How hot it is, so you can call it very hot. I'm curious. Oh, actually, Europe is burning. Actually, you are definitely correct. I've read about it. Yeah, but Germany and France had their biggest temperatures, right, lately. Yeah, it's been crazy in Europe. You're correct. 32. That's hot, yeah. 32. It's not super hot, but okay, I live in Brazil, so. Dubai is, I don't know. I played in Abu Dhabi once and twice, so we're going for some walks there. And the only time we could walk was like 10 p.m. a little bit. And it was like 38 degrees, like every single day. He wants to checkmate here. It's crazy if it's like 38 degrees at 10 p.m. every day. Why not take on f3? Okay, can take a next move. Exactly, Dubai is 38 now at midnight. Yeah. I know, that's crazy. He played rook d7. I thought he was going to take on f3 because of the light squares, but maybe it's not that simple. He wants to play bishop f4. Maybe now, maybe later. I don't know here. But black's fine, definitely. Bishop f4 probably take here. Yeah, he played bishop f4. You can play rook e8, building some pressure. Knight f3 check is a possibility, but it could be for the next move. I think bishop g2 runs into knight f3 check, huh? Yeah, it does win the game pretty nicely, actually. It's almost losing for white here. If you have to take, and it's, yeah, you have to take. Queen e5 now probably takes. Yeah, white is defending here. 92, but then bishop c4 is very annoying here. Very annoying. Knight b3 is okay. Again, there's a pressure here, never-ending pressure on the queen side. But on the other hand, there's rook d1 coming, so maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I'm overreacting here. There's a5, which is interesting, and then rook d2 next. That'll be a very nice move if it works. That's a nice move, a5. Okay, I mean, in Brazil, there are parts of Brazil that you must have an air condition at home because otherwise you would definitely, you know, melt basically. But I live in São Paulo. São Paulo is not that hot, and people don't have air conditions here at home. Some people have, but not all of them. And sometimes it's like 35, 38, close to 40. It's pretty hot during the summer here. But in the north of Brazil is much, much worse. Much worse. Like 35, 40, 45 during the summer. Rio is very hot as well, so. I am from Curitiba. Curitiba is cold, definitely. Here in Manaus, will literally melt. Yeah, I'm sure you do melt. Manaus is super, super hot. I've been there once. Manaus is in the north of the Brazil. Amazon. In the Amazon. So, pretty hot. He plays knight c5 that I don't like. Now white is in trouble. b2 and a2 is hanging. Rook e2, I just take... Oh, sorry. Rook e2, take. Bishop a2 here. Take. On d1 now. And just take here. It's over. Pawn up for free. Bishop pair. Yeah. Take on a2. Yeah, of course. Why is he thinking? Very bad endgame for white now. You know, this bishop pair here, there's a pawn up. There's an outsider pass pawn here to be created later by black, so it's a big problematic position here for white. Yeah, he plays that. I don't blame him because he has to exchange, but now the king comes to d6 and d5. b6 is also a possibility here. But yeah, he can play like this and then start pushing these babies, and it's gonna be very bad for white here. Meanwhile, we have Paul from SPB is winning another game against Big Fish. Impressive. So he has a queen up against the rook and the knight. Takes on b4. Now he has a pawn up as well. 32 degrees today here in Finland. Is too much. Yeah, it's very hot, I know. Having AC helps quite a lot, definitely. I mean, here where I live, it gets really, really hot for like 2 weeks a year, so I don't have an AC because I will not use it all the time. But during the summer, I think twice about that because it becomes really, really hot, yeah. But it's not all the time. Wow, Hess is in a crazy position. So bishop c7, we saw this position. Knight c4, castle, c3, take on h2, queen h2, take on b2, wow. That's an unexpected sacrifice. If I take with the knight, queen c3 check, and then I take the knight on c5, gotta take the king. d6, nice move. If you move the king, that's what he did. Knight a4 check, king a3. Oh, he should have given the knight back, but that was ugly anyway. Knight takes c3. Now looks very bad for white here. The king is in a hopeless position. I want to take on d1 if I want to. And there's knight b5 that should be checkmate in a few moves. Because the king is going to be lured here into the 4th rank, which is not good news for white, definitely. Lured. Oh.
Lured.
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 Is that how you say that? The king's gonna be lured. I thought it was lured. Lured.
Lured.
Okay. The king's gonna be lured into the center. Not the center, the 4th rank. Lured. Yeah. Attracted. Lured. I'm using Google Translate. Don't blame me. Lured. Lord. No, not lured. Lured. Attracting, isn't that? What is lurk? No, lurked is something else. Lured, I mean. Not lurked.
Lured.
Lured. L-U-R-E-D. Lured. Yeah, exactly. Like a fish. Well, Google Translate is always correct, so it's never wrong. Yeah, thank you. So king b4, the king is being lured into the 4th rank. Not the center, because the center is here, but the middle of the board, let's say. Not the middle again, but the 4th rank is dangerous enough for you to understand. English with me, Berna. The king is in a really dangerous spot here, but the queen cannot invade on c3, neither on b2. a5, I just take. Black has 2 pawns already for the pawn, so I'm sure black is doing a nice job here. And black is doing well, but gotta find a way to checkmate. Who is better and why? Black is much better here. You gotta play a6 and c5 possibly at some point. Black is winning, but you gotta win the game. Actually, a6, I have bishop c6. Suddenly white is attacking. Take, takes, rook c6. It's not that simple. Queen d7 maybe, but it looks slow. Very slow. No, b6, bishop c6. Come on. You cannot give this pawn. King b8. I kind of like this move. a4 now, probably. Yeah. Very funny position here. What about c5? Queen f7. Ooh, b3 is weak now. So Esipenko wins his game with the bishop against the knight here. I want to see his technique. I'm going to wait to see this game finish. Wow, that was a very smart move for Queen f7. He just was waiting to see the a-pawn move and then to play Queen f7. That was very smart. Bishop d1 maybe, yeah. Knight a5. Wow, he goes definitely he goes all in here. He's still playing. The king suddenly it's not that bad on b4. c5, king b5. a6. Oh, c5 wins now. Maybe. No, but then knight c5. Oh, there's no dc. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh, that's problematic for black. Yeah, but Bortnik has to find something. He has 20 seconds. And white is attacking with the bishop, the knight, the rook, and of course the king. Of course the king is a very important attacker. Yeah, c5, king c5. I was thinking about that because there's a pin. Rook c6. Wow, that's a brilliant game if it works. That's a brilliant game if it does work. fg, he attacks the bishop now. Bishop h1. Wow, crazy. 7 seconds. bc, knight c6 check now. Gonna take on d8, probably rook c1. Building the pressure, knight e7. Oh, he allows that. He forgot about that. Checkmate. Oh, now he was getting so excited. The king was lured. He was lured into a5. Oh, he was getting so happy. I was excited for Hess here. It didn't take... Yeah, he was... Yeah. It didn't take long. It didn't take long before he forgot that black was invading here. Yeah, Bortnik is a bullet monster, so he would see that easily. Yeah, maybe knight a7. Then king d7. The king was definitely lured there. Lured, sorry. Definitely lured. I want to check Esipenko's technique there. Let's see. How did he handle the endgame? He played b6. I love the endgames normally. a4, like this one. King d6. b5 looks logical. Bishop e5, dominating the knight here on e2. h5, putting the pawns on light squares, looks great. King d5, g4, takes. Start pushing. If white plays c4, I just take. King c2, and king e4 is easy win here. So you gotta play that. b4 takes, king c2, b3, suffocating. And then king e4, king f3. The knight is almost out of squares. Just take, and yeah. Nice finishing position. I'm gonna ask again. Anyone here in chat that would lose this position to Magnus Carlsen with black? There's no one in chat, right? That would lose this position with black against Magnus Carlsen. Like with 2 minutes. 2 minutes for the whole game. No, no one would lose this game, this position. Come on. There's a limit, right? Tough one. Yeah. I'd play a3, then bishop c1, bishop d2. Oh, come on. No one would destroy this position. I'd flag thinking there was a tag, but you only have 2 minutes. With an hour, come on, anyone would win this. Anyone that knows the rules would win this game. It has to be pretty talented to lose this one, exactly. I agree with that. Strongly. Oh, actually it's not that hard, right? Knight c3, g2, knight b1, g3, knight there, g2, knight b1. There's a stalemate already. Good one, David. Good catch there. That's already a way to destroy the game. Maybe one day I'll play you, Krikor, and show you how bad I am. No, come on, I trust you. I trust you. You're gonna win this one. Yeah, but there's a stalemate trick already. So, you're gonna be nervous, you're playing against Magnus, so... Yeah, it's not losing, but... Okay, I mean, if anyone would not win this, it's like the same as losing the game, basically. So Monolise won the game against Dragon Supreme. We have one last game. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna take a short break after this game. I'm gonna put out some ads here, some information about the event. I'm just gonna wait on this game to finish, which is... Actually, I'm not gonna wait because it's a mate in one move. I'm gonna be back in... quickly, so we can start checking what's going on in the 5th round of the tournament. So before I go, 3 players at 4 points, and now the 5th round is starting. I'm gonna be back real soon. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're back. For the 5th round of the tournament, we have... Okay, you got a draw already. Pretty quick draw between Esipenko and Artak Manukyan from Armenia. Very surprising because I know top 7 qualify, but it's a little bit early for Esipenko to start making draws, right? And he's playing, he's a much stronger opponent. Much stronger player than his opponent. I mean, he's a huge favorite in this game, so it's surprising that he already settled for a draw there in 3 minutes. But okay, that's his tournament strategy, I guess. Can't blame him. Thank you, books are nice. Thank you. Hope to see you next time around. Is Magnus playing tonight? No. Magnus is playing in the semifinals of this tournament. So we have many players qualifying to the big knockout with 96 players, 6 brackets of 16 players. They're going to be played starting August 11th here on chess.com. After that, when you reach quarterfinals, then it's going to be played live. It's going to be played live in Norway in October 4th, if I'm not wrong, over the board games. And then Magnus is going to join them in the semifinals. Fabiano and Hikaru are going to be joining in the quarterfinals of the tournament. And if you get to the quarterfinals, whoever gets to the quarterfinals guarantees $10,000. Huge prize to getting to the quarterfinals there. So this is the Fischer Random World Championship organized by FIDE, and the online part is being played here on chess.com, the biggest and the greatest chess website in the world, where the best and the worst players play. That's a good way to promote chess.com, definitely. So let's see who's ever... Hey there, Elio. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the English commentary here. So let's see. This is the first board now because we had a draw quickly between Manukyan and Esipenko. They both had 4 points. Paul from SPB from St. Petersburg. He also has 4 points. He's playing Bortnik. So c4, c5, b3, b6. Both bishops are attacking. Same for the black ones. Knight f3, sorry, knight g3. Knight hg3 actually. f3, knight e6, knight e3, knight g6. Completely symmetrical here position so far. Knight gf5. He plays castle. Like the king is dancing here. Short castle there. White is thinking. He doesn't want to castle yet. Just yet. He can choose to castle queenside with king c1 here. He can do this. Just want to show you how this would work. Yeah, or he can castle this way to g1 and f1. The landing square for the rook and the king are exactly the same as in normal chess. Don't ever forget that. But the initial positions are different. So you grab your king, you put it above your rook, and you get it. So h5 was played here. Only English, Felipe. Only English, please. I know you guys love me, my Portuguese speaking audience, but only English here, please. Those are the rules of the chat. I appreciate that. I don't know how to speak Portuguese today. I forgot. Can't answer you right now. So castle there, h4, knight e5, and h5 was played. Knight c6. Weird. Knight moves, knight d5. Is under pressure already here, Paul, I think. Rook c e8. Ugh. It's looking ugly. Trying to add some pressure. Queen h4. Not so sure where it's going, but I think black is under some pressure. Hey, Wimbad. Big fan here. I know you. I know you're a big fan. Thank you for your audience today. Maybe g4, rook g1, but Yeah, the king is fine here. He can castle this way whenever he wants. And I would definitely want to eliminate one of these knights. But if you play g6, you run into the very annoying fork on the king and the queen. Knight b4 maybe, but looks ugly. Knight d4 maybe. Trying to sacrifice a pawn because h5 is hanging, so knight d4. Knight e7 doesn't quite work, I guess. So knight d4, knight d4 maybe. That's playable definitely for black. If I take, queen h5. Looks about right. He played it. He played the other knight to d4. We're all big fans. Thank you. Appreciate it. He played the other knight to d4. He wants to play e6 here. Possibly. At some point. And in case white takes, then I just take back and I sacrifice a pawn. That's not really a sacrifice, because h5 is hanging, so suddenly black is doing fine here, actually. I think black is doing fine here. Let's try to catch some other games here. We have a big game going on here. That's Ray Robson against Vladimir Fedoseev. One pawn up for white. Kind of a normal position here. It looks very normal. The only weird thing is this bishop on a1 here. White's a pawn up right now, but the bishop is very badly placed on a1 for obvious reasons. Looks about equal, but he's playing very fast here. a3 maybe now? Knight c6. He's thinking here. Taking his time. He's almost getting to time trouble. 3 minutes. There's a 2-second increment. The time control is 10 minutes plus 2 seconds. 2 seconds per move. So we have the standings there. Top 7 are qualifying. We have Artak Manukyan from Armenia. Andreyka, that's Andrei Sipenko from Russia. Paul from SPB. We have Fenderine. That's what's his name again? I keep forgetting his name. I keep forgetting his name. If anyone can help me in chat there. Shigaev, yes, Maxim Shigaev. Great, thank you. Thank you there. So he played bishop f1, knight e2, and then queen d2. We also have Bortnik, Ray Robson playing now, and also GM Hess. GM Hess, 3.5 out of 5, already finished his game. I think he won this one, because he lost the last game to Bortnik. So black got his pawn back here, has a huge time advantage, and continues to have this very bad bishop on a1, maybe b3 now. I know it blunders the bishop, but it takes the knight. It's worse for white, but what can you do? And if you take here, I take on h8 and rook c7 maybe. Trying to... Oh, but f3 is hanging. Rook a4 he played. Which is actually trapping the knight. Huh? Queen b3 now. Oh, rook a3 then. Oh, that's a move. That's a move there. Rook d8. Queen e1. Wow, weird, huh? He's claiming that the knight on a2 is trapped. Queen b3 looks like it saves because it attacks the rook, defends the knight, and attacks the knight on f3. But then rook a3 is played, and suddenly white defends everything, and the knight keeps still in trouble. Then queen b4 maybe. Yeah. He played queen b3, rook a3, gotta be played now. And he had many moves there. He has queen b4 in last case. Queen c2, wow. I don't fully understand it. Rook d1, I guess, is the idea. He's a very talented player. Fedosev is a brilliant, brilliant player. He played elite tournaments. Already, he's always playing these very strong events. But he takes so many risks all the time. That's one of the things he has to adjust at some point, but he's a brilliant player. Definitely. Rook d1. Going all in here once again. If I play queen a5, queen e2, but maybe. Queen e2 hitting that and that. Huh? Hitting the knight and the bishop. I thought about that, but now... Oh, there's rook c8 at the end. I thought rook e1, rook a1. There's a draw offer in the other board. So Paul offered a draw to Bortnik with 6 minutes in the clock against 1. White seems to be better. But he has no time. I know that time is not a problem for Bortnik, but... Knight g5 now? Okay, let's go back to the other game. It's too much to take... Yeah, it's too much here. So b4, so it's such a crazy move here. Attacking the queen is hanging here. Both of the queens are hanging. He plays rook queen b1. Oh, rook d2 he plays. Brilliant. Now it's over. If you take the queen, rook d8 is checkmate. And if you take the rook, then the queen hangs here. Oh, so that's over. White's a piece up, by the way. That's what I just mentioned, you know. He takes so many risks all the time. Brilliant move, rook d2. But he's risking so much all the time, Fedosev. So he loses many games. More than usual for his rating. But he also wins more games. So that's part of his style. Very great, very nice defense. So the style that Fedosev has is the one that, you know, puts pressure on his opponent all the time. And Robson was able to find a great, great move here. If you take the queen, that's checkmate in one move, because the king cannot go to g7. If you take the rook on d2, then queen takes b1 here. Winning the queen. And also, white's a piece up, so... Yeah, so maybe he had to take here, but that's also losing, because take, check, and white's winning here, yeah. Impressive win here by Ray Robson. Let's try to catch this game. Knight c7, takes, queen e4. Rook c8, d4. Yeah, white's dominating here. He's not worried about the time, I'm sure. Takes, g4. Wow, brave. In case of f5, now Bortnik offers a draw. Okay, he took it. He wasn't so happy with the position anymore, I think. Black can play b5 here and a6. Eventually think about playing c4, f5. Black has a pawn majority here on the queen side, which is good. And maybe white can have a weak pawn here at the later stage. I don't know. So we got a draw there. Many games finishing already. We still have some games. Let's see our Brazilian player here. Bernardo is definitely winning here against Bartel. He's piece up for one pawn. h4 looks nice. Rook d1 now. And knight c5, or this right away, yeah. a6 was very bad here. Just inviting knight c5. Just take on a6. It's completely over. And knight b4. He's gonna get forked here. King c5, knight d3. He can resign here, a6. I mean, rook d1 is also a killer here. Yeah, very good play here. c3. King b3 here, dominating here. Good win here by FIDE Master Bernardo Stockbund. I'd prefer to play c3, but this is completely winning here. a6 and rook d4 is a nice move. Like a6, rook a7, rook d4. He's not going to play rook a7. Rook d3 now, I mean, anything. Knight d3 and rook a1 is also fine. Rook d3 is better. Just a7 and knight a2. It's GG. a7 gotta play rook f8. There's a nice tactic there. I'm gonna show you guys now. Let's see if he plays it or not. Oh, it's a very easy win with a7. Knight a2 right away. Rook f6 now. Okay, it's over. I was gonna show you. I'm gonna show you later. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how the game ends. Complicating himself here. Okay, this is fine also. CD now. Knight b4. It's gonna win, of course, but black is fighting here. Rook f3. Wanna play check? Just check here and forget about these pawns. Just queen this one. Yeah, I don't like h5. Still winning, of course, but check and rook b6. Oh, but now rook h3 check. Rook king e7 was much better. Why I played this one? Yeah, now white has time to coordinate. King c3 now. 8 seconds could be some trouble, but it's so easy now. the rook is almost trapped here. Rook h6. Rook f5 is gonna play. Knight e5 is a good one. King b4. Rook g6 check. Rook g1 probably. This is threatened right now. Rook g2 is okay. Take. Gotta take this one. Oh, now king c5 gotta be played. Cannot exchange this pawn. Never, ever. King g5 runs into nothing. Yeah. d6, rook h4 check. Okay. He doesn't allow that. d7 now is winning, definitely. He doesn't allow that either. Rook d2 now. Oh, don't do that. Now it's dangerous. No, it's not dangerous. Knight f7. Oh, but now king g4. Why b3? King g4 is much stronger. Now king g4. He's gonna let this one. Knight g5. Knight g5 is winning. Knight g5. Knight g5. He found it. Nice. b2 now. Oh, b2 still. Wow, endgames are so tricky. And it's a draw here still. Wow. Oh, but he played it so badly. He's gonna come talk with us in chat. Oh, king e3 still. Oh, but this doesn't work. Yeah, check. No, it's a draw here. King f2. Yeah. Oh, very questionable technique here. Nice endgame to analyze, but questionable technique there. He was here in chat a while ago. He's gonna come back here, definitely. Pissed off to his game. Yeah. He would be in a good shape with 4 points here, but unfortunately, did not happen. We still have many games. Time trouble. Yeah, Matibar fought really well here. Yeah, Black fought quite well. Definitely. We're gonna see him in chat here. We saw that, Bernardo. We saw that. We all saw. Technique was not amazing, I would say. Was not brilliant. But, well played. Your opponent put up a good fight, so. Yeah. Laugh not to cry. Exactly. Chess is a tough game. With 10 seconds, you can go wrong. Oh, I was gonna show the line. I forgot about that. Yeah, anyway. Oh, this is the line I wanted to show. Okay, there were many ways to win this game, for sure. So, but I wanted to show this line. Like here, a7. If you play here, then knight e2 is winning, of course. But rook f8 I think would be played then, in that case. And now rook d4 is a nice way to win the game. Check. And knight b8. Closing the rook. Yeah, that's a tactic. Huh? Rook f3? What check? No, a7. Yeah. No, rook d4 is a nice move here. Oh, rook f3. No, rook d4 is nice. Yeah, but okay, anyway, this is nice also. And now there's a8, unstoppable a8 here for white, so. Goofy Penguin. Another rook against pawn endgame. Tough one. Who has the move here? Oh, black has the move here. Gotta be king e2, yeah. Then check. King d2. You gotta bring the king over. And now rook d2, rook d6. Or you can just take, yeah. It's over. Just check here. And now just king e3. GG. And rook d8. Rook d6, sorry. Rook d6, f4. Oh, there's still f4, huh? Tricky. Oh, king d3, I like this one, I think. Rook e6 now? Yeah, now it's over. Rook e2 and GG, yeah. The king is cut there. f4 is gonna try. He could have tried f4 here, still. No, but just take, yeah, of course. And move the king, yeah. Game over. Yeah, after b2, what do you do then? Here, I'm not so sure about that. Like, how the game went? b2, huh? No, I think there's no way here to win the game. I would say this is a draw already. b2 is very annoying. He wants to make a queen, you gotta take the pawn. You don't have a choice here. You gotta take the pawn. King g5. Usually, with your king like this, you never get in time. Unless here you have a magical move, but I don't believe you have. The rook is very badly placed here in the second rank. You should go this way and try to bring the king over somehow. No, I think it's a draw there. Anyway, I think it's drawn here. So, 5th round going on. Rook b1. King f4 looks nice. Maybe I check with the knight, but when? Oh, here you gotta go here. That's a nice move, knight g5. But no, here it's possible there's a win here, like rook b2 maybe. Ah, this is winning, definitely. This is winning. Yeah, rook b2 is winning. Knight g5 is amazing, but I think it doesn't win. When you play here, now probably just bring the knight to a good square. I'm not so sure where, but yeah, knight g5 is winning. Yeah, just take here. And h2, I play check here and it's over. Yeah. Just here. Okay, just check and knight g3 or knight f2 and bring the king. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's a win there with rook b2 definitely, but knight g5 I'm not so sure. b2, yeah, but rook b2 is easier here definitely. Knight e5 I'm not so sure. King g3 here, knight f3 b2 is not so simple. It's a draw actually here. Oh, unless you take and king f5. Oh, that's also winning, yeah, in a different way. Here, sorry, check. Here, check, and here. That's a classical win in the endgame. You gotta make a knight, otherwise you get checkmated here on b1 and then king f3. You don't have moves with the knight. This lose a knight, this will lose a knight, and king f1 gets checkmated in one move in rook b1. So that's also winning, yeah, knight e5, knight f3. Good one. But after b2 it's a draw, yeah, definitely. How the game went. Anyway, nice end games here, as usual. We have many games, many interesting games. I'm gonna adjust here the standings because you cannot see all the tie break so perfectly. Oh, actually, it's a little bit small there. No, you cannot see anyway. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so you can see what's going on anyway. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, but okay, 1325. That's the. Sorry, guys. Okay, you can see the important information. So let's go back here. So let's see. So we have Paul playing Robson. We have Esipenko playing Bortnik. Very solid game. I'm expecting a draw here real soon. Pankratov is playing Manukian. Pankratov with white. Devyatkin is playing Blitzstream. Fanderin is playing Premet Fugas from the Czech Republic. And GM Hess is playing against Christopher Yu. Another American GM playing against Yu. He played against Robson earlier. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight g6. Almost a Rui Lopez in a little different fashion there. Bishop c4, knight f6, knight g5 is looking like a Fegatello, the fried liver. d5 takes, knight takes. Knight h7 has played. Wow. I understand it wins a pawn, but the knight will be kind of trapped here. So he plays d4, wants to bring the knight back to g5. Meanwhile, white's opening the center with d4, trying to take with the rook here. I have no idea how correct this is. I have no idea. Like queen h8 maybe, then d takes e5, I guess, hitting the knight. Looks good enough. Because h2 is hanging here. Gotta take care of that. I think this looks very dubious for black for white to play knight h7. Knight b6 is a move here maybe. Removing the knight and also attacking the bishop on c4. Asking black, asking white, what is this? Where is this bishop going from c4? So hard to tell. So here we had kind of a queen's gambit accepted. Knight g3 takes check on a5. Weird move so early in the game. Check also from white side. Take queen d4. Interesting. So all the bishops were exchanged already. We have a pawn up for white, but c5 is hanging next move. Black can play castle here. Castle queen side. But of course white has to defend this first. The problem for black is the knight on h8. Totally out of play here. Paul from SPB offered a draw here at the beginning. I think it's still early for like favorite players like Robson to take a draw at this stage of the tournament. My opinion, I think. So rook c8, it's a pretty even position, I think. White is possibly slightly better because of the bad knight on h8, but not by much. Black has an idea to play b5 and queen c1, getting two rooks for the queen and also attacking the white's king on the first rank here. Maybe rook c2 is a solid move to play knight e3. Knight f5 is an idea to try to checkmate on e7 if the queen moves. So like knight f5 followed by knight somewhere. try to checkmate. But then at f5, of course, knight g6 is coming. But I'll play rook c2 here to play knight e3. It looks very solid, and white's clearly happy with a draw here. Way e1, exactly. 13 and a half. It was 14 at the end, right? He won the last game. Okay, Firouzja was already on tilt there, but he won the last game. 14 and a half to 11 and a half, if I'm not wrong. I think it was 3-point difference there. He played queen e3, is also very solid. It's a very boring game we're having here, so we're gonna switch something more interesting. Let's see Robert Hess. So he played bishop f5, knight g3 developing, and now bishop takes c2. Wow. King c2, queen c6. Wow. That is nice if it does work. I want to take on c4, of course, getting the piece back. If I play b3, I'm assuming b5, and then bc next. Yeah, maybe Hess is going to play king d3 like in the last game. He's enjoying the king runs there. The king lure to the center. Now the king is being lured to the center again. Hess's opponents are always luring him. Luring his king again. No, I'm joking. He's not going to play king d3 now. I'm joking. He's definitely not going to play this. That's a very creative sacrifice. Like b3, b5, rook b1 maybe. But white's king is in trouble here. In the other hand, he has a pawn up. Oh, he doesn't have a pawn up. It's equal now. And the weird knight on h7. So we got another draw offer. Yeah, so Paul offered a draw again to Robson, and he accepted. So they both made a draw here. Okay. That means that we have 2 players at 5 out of 6. Paul and Robson. Everyone else is playing right now from the top boards. Fanderine, so GM Shigaev is definitely winning here because there is this knight on a8. I have no idea how black was able to not develop this knight, because it's like a piece down here because you cannot move this knight anywhere. He also has very good space advantage, equal material. The king is fine on e2 here. e5 is a big problem for black. He has a huge time advantage. Knight h3 is a fork, but I have rook g8 check. Queen h5 looks like a suicide to me, but he wants to play knight e4. What about bishop e5 here? If the knight moves, I go rook g8, which is close to mate actually. He takes on a5. He plays rook e8, huh? 2 syllables. Yeah, lured. We learned that already. We learned it already today. So whenever you move the bishop, he takes here. So maybe he's gonna play rook g5. Oh, but that's not good enough. Well, actually, bishop e5 could have been a blunder. Maybe. We're gonna let him think here. I'm curious about this game here. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Exchange sacrifice here, huh? Bishop c6. White is a clear pawn up, a clean pawn up here. Bortnik is in big trouble. He sacrificed an exchange here because white's a pawn up here with the bishop pair, but it's kind of a close position. So bishop h3, rook king f7. Rook d5, rook d8, f4, takes. Oh, this is painful. Look at white's pawns here, just rolling down the board. I mean, it's painful, but white's king is in a bad shape at the same time, so not that simple. Queen g3 stopping this. If queen h5 is played, then bishop g4. So white is an exchange down here for 1 pawn. 7 against 6. I want to take on f6 eventually. I want to play e6 eventually as well. e6 and f5, and then possibly d6. Like e6, f5, bring the bishop over. If the knight moves, I got bishop e6, winning the queen. So Bortnik in trouble. In big trouble here, I think. Oh, Shigaev is still thinking here about rook e8. Yeah, suddenly White shouldn't give this chance for black. He totally blundered rook e8. But let's go back to the Bortnik game. It's much more interesting, I think. Both games are interesting. But they're two big dogs here fighting. He can take on e5, but that just helps white. If he doesn't take, I want to take on f6 maybe. So maybe... Okay, so Devyatkin won his game against Kevin. Bortnik checkmate there. 4 points out of 7. Kind of bad news for Kevin. 4 out of 7. Tough situation to qualify. Top 7 qualify, just reminding you of today's tournament. Let's go back to this. He's still thinking. Bortnik is thinking right now. It's really hard to find a move for black here, huh? Queen g6, maybe, but it looks awful to go to this endgame. Looks awful. I take on g6. Then maybe pawn take. Oh, he takes on e5. Ugh. Now the pawns are even more free. Queen h5. Try some counterplay here. Queen d1 checks, and I did. It's not a super serious counterplay, but maybe queen g4 now. Going for an endgame. Bishop g4, queen g5 is his idea. And if you think that bishop e6 wins the queen because it's a check, and the queen is hanging, but you're wrong because knight e6. The knight comes from f8 and defends the queen. And now black is the one winning here. For sure. Shigaev won the game pretty quickly here, actually. So he played bishop takes c7. Wow. Takes. Rook takes b6. Wow. Wow. I guess this is winning. Takes. If I go here, it's checkmate in one move. So he plays that. Check. Check. Mate. On b7. GG. So Fenderin wins his game. Good job there. I'm not so sure about sacrifice, but it looks like it's working. Maybe take with the rook here. Then knight c7, I guess. It's not so simple. Yeah, this is a blunder. Rook b6 now. Rook king a8. Oh, rook b8 then and mate. Nice. And here I just go check, check, and mate again. Nice. Nice finish. I'm not so sure about this rook c7, but because here I can take on e4, can make so many moves here. Knight e4 is also a move, but then knight e... Anyway, I don't know. Very messy here. Okay, so... Oh, that's another game we were not following. Let's go back to Bortnik here. So take, take. e6 he played. Very ambitious move. Queen d1, bishop f1. He's saying that there's no counterplay. There's not enough counterplay. I wanted to checkmate you and also play e7. He plays knight g6, controlling e7. Rook e8, actually. You cannot take because of mate. d6. Now white is dominating here. This is a very superficial counterplay by black, and there are no checks here. I'm sure there's a win here for white. Maybe even h4. h4 is... But you just can activate your queen here. So many squares. Just gotta be careful with this pawn. Maybe h4 is a move to play h5 and then d7, winning the rook. The king is safe on g1 here. Yeah, he played h4, nice move. He wants to play h5 and d7. Good one, I like it. Hess has 10 seconds in a weird endgame. Oh, he's losing completely. Oh, wow. We're gonna want to check that game later. He's completely losing against Christopher Yu. King e6, brave move. Wow. Yeah, h5 takes, bishop h3 maybe, and d7. White's definitely winning here, but maybe king h2. Okay, he goes h5, gonna take. Queen h5, and then white has to show the way. Oh, he gives the knight. Interesting. Bishop h3. Oh, king e7. Oh, that's a nice resource. King e6 to take the pawn. Take on g6. It's not clear at all now. Rook e7 was running into bishop f8, so not clear at all. Black should suffer still, because the bishop pair is a monster. But as long as you don't lose the b6 pawn, I don't see why black should lose this. Hess lost his game against Christopher Yu. I want to check that game later. We're going to stick with this one for now. Let's see how this endgame unfolds. Bishop g2. I mean, the g pawn will never be a problem because it's white can control it easily. He goes passive with king c7. Understandable. White should go after collecting f7 pawn. But it's far from easy, in fact. Maybe I should bring the bishop here to check that the king, put it in an awkward spot. I cannot... Maybe I should at the end, because I can place the bishop here, and I go after this pawn. Let's see his technique here. I'm curious to see what he's going to do now. But if I lose this one, it should be a draw. Yeah, he played this to play bishop f4. Understandable. He's saying that he can stay passive there with the king on a7. Let's see his idea here. Bishop d2. I don't get it yet. If he takes this pawn, he can start choking black here, suffocating black. Now king g3, rook e8. Bishop f3 maybe, but... King f3, making small progress. Bishop f4 maybe, but I'm not so sure if it's going well here. I think he'll need to give this pawn at some point and put a bishop here so he can secure both pawns and then go after this one and then go back with the king, try to attack black there. He has to let this pawn go at some point. King f4 maybe, and bishop c3 looks nice. Oh, that's a nice move. King f4 and bishop c3. That's a nice way to coordinate. Bishop c6. Yeah, he goes after the bishop b5 that I mentioned. Rook e2. King g4. I'm gonna play rook b2 here. King g4. Oh, sorry. King g4. He played it. Takes. King g5. Bishop b5 now. Rook f3. Bishop d6, nice move. Rook d3. Bishop b5, I guess. Oh, but then rook e3, huh? Oh, that's very annoying. I cannot take g6 pawn. Very annoying. Oh, very, very annoying. Oh, it's gonna be a draw. Oh, I wanted to see a game here. Rook e6 is passive. You gotta play rook d3 here. Oh, okay. That's the same idea. You cannot take as a rook e6 check. Pretty strong defense here. King f6. He wants to play like this. Nice. That's a nice way. Bishop f4 now. But then rook f1. Not allowing bishop g5. King e5 maybe, but... Oh, king h6 now. Oh, it's gonna take... White's gonna take the pawn. We could see a game here still. That's a nice way to play. Now bishop d6 again. Now king h6. G5 is tricky, isn't it? Maybe there's no point to play this, but I don't know. King f5 is gonna play. King f4. King f4. Yeah, king f3, bishop h2. Come on. You're not gonna force a queen here. Bishop h2. Yeah, nice move. So white takes the pawn. G5 was questionable there. Now let's see if he can win this. Gonna take this. Gonna bring the king and the bishop over slowly and try to suffocate black there. It's dangerous. It's gonna take. Just here. It's easy to make progress. Not easy to win here. Rook d4 is gonna play because there's no support here. Then bishop e5 maybe. Well, anyway, just make some random move. You're gonna force the king to, yeah, that's a good move. Let's see how he's gonna coordinate. King g2, okay. But then, yeah, exactly. Oh, now king, yeah, that's also a way. King f2, bishop e3, king f3 is slowly marching. It's very nice to see these endgames. Now it's gonna start checking this way, probably. Bishop f4. Yeah, now it's gonna be tough to, it's gonna be difficult to make progress, I think. King g5. Bishop e5 now. Bishop f6. Yeah. It's not gonna be enough, but it's gonna be interesting to see. Check. Bishop f4, king f5. He's making progress. Doesn't mean that he's gonna win. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw here. Definitely. King d6. King e6. That's a very nice endgame to see. Boarding is a tough cookie. Definitely is. Definitely is. Bishop e5 now. Oh, that's a check again. We played this position like 2 moves ago. He goes to e7. Oh, he wants to go here. This is dangerous, actually. It will be a brilliant win if it does come up to win here. Bishop d6. And this. Oh, that's scary. King d7. King d7. Come on. Bishop e7. He's going to play check and go back here to stop bishop c6 check. Wow. Very impressive technique here. Rook h6. Defending bishop c6. He allows it. Wow. Bishop c6 now probably. He has checkmating ideas. Bishop c6. Come on. He has other ideas, but this looks scary enough. Now, king d8 and bishop d6 is a nice idea. King d8. Yeah. Rook g4, king c7, I think. Bishop d6 maybe. But that's risky. He goes back, yeah. That's safer. King b7 now. Check. Okay, he wants to play here, huh? Yeah, it's hard to make progress now. He did everything he could, but oh, now I don't like this one. Just check again. But the king was nice on d7. Maybe there's nothing to be done here. King d7, bishop e7. Once again, bishop c6, rook g4, bishop d5 maybe? Yeah, nice, because now there's some checkmating ideas here. Nice one. Now king d8, bishop d6. Oh, I like this one. They're gonna have to stalemate somehow. Bishop d6 now. Yeah. King c8. I still don't know my threat, but that's very scary to bring the king here. King c7 now. King c6. Okay, he's still surviving. Amazing defense here by Bortnik. Now we gotta improve this bishop somehow. But where and how? Yeah, that's not taking him anywhere. Rook h2. King c6 going back again. King b5. Oh, bishop d8 is a kind of a threat now. Bishop d6 now. No, going back. No, I don't like this. It's gonna be a draw here, a repetition. He goes there. Rook g6, keeping the pin. Bishop somewhere here, I don't know. Bishop e4. Exactly. Bishop f5. Goes back. It's gonna be a draw here. Yeah, there's no way to enter position, maybe. I thought there was a way to win. Oh, 50 moves rule, wow. Really? 50 moves? Or... yeah, 50 moves. Wow, nice endgame. Sometimes the nice games end in a draw. What can you do? I just want to see how Hess lost a piece here. So he played queen f1. You guys remember, right? Bishop takes c2 check. King takes. Queen c6. Queen f1, b5. Knight g5 takes. King b1. Oh, it looks awful for white already. Takes, takes. Oh, he lost a piece here. Oh, okay. He was running out of time already. Yeah, knight f4 looks very strong. Now the knight is dropping here on g5, so the rest was fairly easy, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he trapped the queen. He trapped the rook, sorry. He trapped the rook. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a draw position, but it felt like in practice, white should win that one. Okay, so what else? So we have Andrei Devyatkin with 5, Paul, Robson, Shigaev, Esipenko, Ponkratov. So many Russians. So many Russians. And Manukyan with the best tiebreak with 4.5. So this is the 7th round. 3 rounds to go. This is the first board. Robson is playing against Ponkratov. e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6. Like a Petrov defense. But not quite. d4, b6. Nice move. Takes on e4. Okay. c4 maybe. I don't know. Hitting the c4 and b3 looks nice with the both bishops playing. It looks scary to allow this pawn here with the bishops. Like c4. Yeah, he played c4. Good move. g5. He's also creating some threats here. Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game here for sure. We also have Paul playing Devyatkin. Let's see if they go for a draw here, maybe. Russian draw. Because neither of them have like a big advantage in ratings, so it could be comfortable to settle in for a draw. But with this score, you gotta win more games to guarantee anything. Only draws will not make it, probably. Maybe it will make, because there's so many. We're seeing so many draws here. And also, they have good tie breaks. So maybe draw is a good result for them. They have amazing tie breaks. They're first and second. Fenderin is playing against Esipenko. Another Russian game here. Knight, g3, defending the pawn. Black will play b6, hitting the pawn back. Then, I don't know, d3 looks nice. Bishop g2 looks nice. Yeah, bishop c5. He played b4. Oh, bishop c5 was dangerous. Now e5 is hanging. So you gotta play either bishop d4. Oh, then take. And I have two threats here. One is less dangerous to take on d4, and the other one is checkmate in one move, 97. He played bishop d4. Wow. Oh, rook e8 is his idea. We got a draw offer. Yeah, that was the other Russian game. I think this is a typical game to see a draw, because they're not super favorites to win the game, so it seems comfortable to, you know, take a draw, don't get excessively tired, and they gotta be top 7 to qualify. So, and actually Devyatkin already has qualified, so I don't see the point for him to take a draw unless he wants to help another Russian player. But if he's here for training, there's no point in, you know, making draws, since he already qualified and there are no prizes in this qualifier. Exactly, the king has no reason. Exactly. Remembering that we're having a 96 player knockout, 6 brackets of 16 players starting on August 11th. And we're gonna have 6 players out of those 96, 1 from each bracket. And they're guaranteeing $10,000 to play in Norway, October 4th, and a chance to play against Magnus Carlsen himself. Carlsen is joining in the semifinals, and Hikaru and Fabiano are joining the tournament in the quarterfinals. So h4. He refuses the draw. He plays bishop a2, g5, g3, h4. Very brave. Very brave here. Play by black. The king is here, but the king can go either way. He can castle this. He can stay on f8. However, he feels like... I'm not so sure about this attack. It looks a little bit superficial. Maybe questionable. Maybe dubious. I don't know. Knight d5 here. Bishop d5 is an idea also. Takes on e6. That was the last move I was considering. Why would you take the knight? Okay, the pawn structure gets ruined, but... hard to guess. Hard to understand this one. Maybe there's nothing to understand, actually. Because he's arguing that whenever you play DE, you don't have d5 anymore. So the bishop is in a bad shape, but there's f5 trying to open the diagonal. So... oh, knight f4 was an idea, maybe. Sacrificing the knight with checkmating ideas on that file, but... it's a weird move to me, anyway. Let's try to open some other games here. We have Bortnik playing against Manukian. There's a huge time advantage. Big Fish is playing. Where's Big Fish? Oh, he lost that game. He has 4 points. Oh, that's why he's in bad shape. He's playing... he's playing tilt chess here. 9 minutes at 40. I love to see these tilt games. Let's see him play here. It's gonna end quickly, this one. Let's see. G3, E5 probably. And black has no problems whatsoever. Oh, come on. Now that we started following him, he started to think. That's not fair. We wanted to see instant chess here being played. Oh, come on. Okay, now knight g5, okay. He's trying to take on h7. Also defends on f4. He goes back, so that's a good thing for white. h6 was running into something that I don't know if h6. So queen h4, he wants to take. He's playing instant chess here. He wants to put pressure on his opponent. He's a 2700 player, Fedosov himself, so he knows what to do, even playing super fast. And he has like 2900 blitz, right? He has 3000 blitz right now. Wow. 3029. Let's see if Christopher Yu can hold the pressure. h7 is hanging, actually. h5 is so ugly, but maybe he has to play this. He plays bishop g7. You can take now. Because rook h8, I have knight f6. And I move the queen. He's thinking about taking. He usually loves these challenges, so I'm Surprised he's thinking here. Usually he takes these pawns instantly. But maybe he's seeing something wrong. I don't know. Maybe he's seeing something wrong. He plays g4. Wow. Opening the bishop. Smart move. If you play h6, then probably knight e4 coming back. He has 8 minutes and 16 against 2:51 right now. You cannot move this pawn because of knight e6. If you play e6 and knight h7, I don't understand why he didn't take on h7. Maybe he saw something annoying. I'm not so sure what, but maybe queen f7 at the end and take on c3 maybe. I'm gonna love to see this time trouble. e5 is also not good, so I'm not so sure what black is supposed to do here. Maybe h6. You gotta defend that pawn anyway at some point. Knight d4 is a move, but then I take. Doesn't sound right. Knight h7 after queen h7. What do you mean? No, there's no knight h5. Come on. The knight is already. You should either take or play this. You cannot take and play knight h5. Like here, if there was a knight on h5, I agree that would be annoying. But you cannot play that, right? He plays hc knight f3 instantly. 1 minute and 30. It's gonna come down to seconds here, quickly. Rook d e1 next move, probably. Putting some pressure in the e file. He goes knight b4. He wants to play knight d5 here, trying to create some threats here. I'm not so sure. Maybe just improving the knight's position, because there's a weak pawn on f4 here. Oh, so he got a game finishing already. Oh, so Esipenko won his game kind of quickly. Wow, 17 moves. What was that? What was that about? And knight f5 right away. Oh, he took with the knight. Much better, of course. Checkmate and take with the knight here. And d3. Oh, this is very bad for black. This pawn on in d4. Dominating position here for Esipenko. Not so simple, actually. Oh, but he had black here. Oh, I totally forgot he had black. So he was dominated here. I thought he had white here. White is dominating here completely. Now it's not so clear, actually, after the bishop opens. He blundered the knight. Oh, that was sad. Shigaev was dominating here completely. Completely dominating. He resigned already. He could have played on, but it was a sad position. Yeah. That's a very nice win for Esipenko with 6 out of 7 now. Let's go back to the Fedosev game. So a3, knight d5, knight e2, keeping the pieces, typical of his style. Queen g3, knight e7, knight e5, takes. He plays knight d5. He has 7 minutes and a half against 40 seconds from the young Christopher Yu. Black's position is fine, looks very solid. c4 maybe, huh? You cannot take, because if I take, the knight is trapped on d5. It's really hard to trap a knight on d5 in the middle of the board. I like c4 now. Why not c4 now? Maybe he has a better idea, because this is good. Is already very good. He has to go back, knight f6. He plays that with the idea to play c4. King b8 should be played now. Or take, okay, d6. Okay. Knight c4, I guess. The queen activates now to b5 maybe. But it's not so clear where the queen is going. There's not knight f4 ideas here, but they don't work. Knight c3 is an idea after queen c6. That's a nice move, knight c3. To take on e2 and then retake the queen on c6. Queen c6, come on. Let's make it interesting. Yeah, knight c3 is a kind of a threat now. He plays queen e4 instantly, spending 1 second. He's gonna flag his opponent. Now e6 is hanging, so king b8 maybe, but that's just GG. Yeah. So queen d7. I'm not saying GG because of the position, but with 4 seconds, with so much tension in the position, rook f1 probably. Just building some pressure. Plays rook e1, king b8. Knight g3 now. But there could be a counter trick on f4 here. Knight g1 at h3, but that looks so ugly. He should have played rook d-e1 and rook f1, yeah? Was much better. The rook's doing nothing on d1 here. That was a conceptual mistake, I think, from white. So Bortnik won his game against Manukyan with black. He plays queen knight g3. If I take, bishop knight f4, takes, rook e1. You gotta go rook f7 maybe. Something like that, I don't know. But he's not gonna take, he's gonna make black's life difficult here. He should play rook f1 and rook e1 here. Time control is 10+2 here. h3, solid move. He just blundered queen g6, I guess. Oh, knight f4 then. Knight h5, rook f7. It's holding on here. Not so sure that this is so good for white, actually. Rook f1. Maybe. Oh, he takes on h6. Okay. Queen e3. Yeah, black is fighting here. e5 maybe. d5. Okay. Queen g3 now probably. He has 5 minutes and 40 seconds. His opponent has 2 seconds. Queen g3 again. Then knight d4 maybe. Knight e5. Takes knight e5. Oh, right away. That's a killer, yeah. Knight c6. Just take everything and it's over. Yeah. GG. 5 minutes and 36 seconds left. To Big Fish. Vladimir Fedosev now at 5 points out of 7. So Big Fish won his game. Robson has 4 seconds against Pankratov. And he just forked his queen and bishop. Knight d3. Takes. Oh, queen g1 is winning. Yeah, GG here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 pawns up for black. Plus, very strong attack. You couldn't take because of queen g1 check here, so problem for white here. Knight e5 attacks the queen. Oh! It wins the piece. Queen g7 gotta be... Oh, almost wins the piece. Oh, there's this also. Rook h5. Yeah, but what, now white's fighting. Still 2 pawns down, but this is weak. This is weak. Plays f4. Knight e3 is coming next. Annoying. Rook h7. Okay, maybe. Knight e3 check. Gotta move the king here. Yeah, but it's bad now. King f3 maybe still. If you play check again. King d3. Yeah, taking on d7. This is hanging. Maybe. I'm sure black is winning, but gotta be careful here. And when your opponent has 4 seconds, you really gotta be careful because you should not play too fast, because if you make one mistake and your opponent is a GM with 2-second increment, he can survive definitely. So like d6 maybe now, and then knight f3 going back, trying to take this one down. Oh, check and take maybe. Yeah, rook h8 is a nice move. Knight c2 takes on d7. Doesn't believe. Knight b4 wins the rook. Winning a rook, right? Knight b4, knight g5. Come on, just wins the rook here. Knight b4, knight g5, knight h7. Yeah. Knight g5. GG, has to resign now. Black wins, so Pankratov wins his game. Yeah, GG there. Rook up for black. Winning 140 points in one game. Not bad at all. Many games have finished already. Paul is still playing against Devyatkin. We also have Bluebaum playing. Matthias Bluebaum playing with a pawn up here. Queen h8? No, the queen d5. Bishop e5 probably. Keeping. Then bishop d6. Far from easy here. Actually, no pawn up for white. Just some positional advantage. Nothing more than that. f4 if I take. So we have two players at 6. Pankratov and Esipenko, Devyatkin, Paul, Bortnik, Robson, Big Fish, and Shigaev all with 5 out of 7. So at the end it was a draw, agreed here. Paul and Devyatkin went to, wow, what a crazy position to agree to a draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pawn up for white. There's a pawn on g2. I have no idea here who's better. I would like white still, because these pawns are not doing much now, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. 9 rounds, yes, 2 rounds to go after this one. GM Dimitri is having a very bad tournament, 3 out of 6, and he is losing here apparently. He's a piece up actually, but under huge pressure. Rook d6 maybe. Queen c5 next. Ugh. He's gonna get mated and flagged all at the same time. Queen c5 and GG. Queen c8 next. Monalize. I am from Slovenia. Why not Queen c5? Queen c8 next. Anyone? Rook d7, rook c, Queen c8 I have. Why is he thinking? Queen g8 is a very sad move to make. Just queen b4 and it's over. Okay, he has a check, but now I can just to control this square. This is a good move. King g2 or king f2. And now just I don't know, queen d4 centralizing or that, and then take on e6. E6. Oh no, I thought that was a pin there. Queen h1. It's a draw now. Check. Or there. Here. You gotta go here. Here? Now it's winning, yeah. Probably. I hope. I think. Rook f2 now? Or that, huh? Ah, that's a nice way to win. Here and just run at the king here. It's not so easy. But it should be winning, yeah. Queen b1. You gotta give the rook here. King d3, I guess? Or king e3 maybe, huh? That's nice. Oh, bring the queen back. King e3 now, probably. Bring the queen back here, or the rook here. If I bring the queen back, it's a pretty easy win. That's not the way to go, I think. Should go the other way. Rook c2. King a2 now. Only check here. King b3. Yeah, king a2 is good. King b3. King c4. Yeah, now it's GG. King d5. Oh, queen b5 much better, of course. Just go back here. Now it's over. He can resign. Rook c4, queen c4, yeah. GG, there's no stalemate there. Okay, so not that many games going on. Matthias won his game, so he's recovering from a bad tournament, and Dimitri lost yet another game. 3 points out of 7. Bad tournament for Dimitri Colors from the Baden-Baden Snowballs. He usually does very well in the Pro Chess League. So we have the 8th round beginning. Let's see the standings one more time. We have Andreyka at 6. I see Penko and Pokratov at 6. Bortnik, Devyatkin, Paul with 5.5. Big Fish and Goofy Penguin 96. Women FIDE Master from Russia, of course. She's playing against Ray Robson. Let's see who she is. Siberia, Russia. I don't know who she is. The one Ukrainian. Oh, right, all Russians, right? Because Robson is not there. He's having a decent tournament, but he's not there yet. With 5 points, we also have Robson, Matthias Blubaum, Shigaev, Dima Ramon, Russian player, 2100. We also have Ural 58. I am from Ukraine, and GM Hess, 4.5 out of 7. Not having a great tournament as well. I'm gonna open the games here. Knight g3, knight g6, e4. Bortnik playing against Devyatkin. We may expect to see some draws here, because now we just want to guarantee that you get into top 7. So you don't want to get too crazy here. I'm gonna open the top boards here. GM Hess is playing Roman 0-1 Roman. Thinking for 1.5 minutes right now. Impressive. So we have like the top 7 or boards or so open here. Yeah. I guess Russians are good at chess. Yeah, they're very good. They've always been very good at chess, but in any case, it is surprising to see that many Russians. All of them leading the tournament together with Bortnik. So he plays e4, knight g3, knight g6, e4 here. Trying to calculate already. Where's Big Fish playing? Okay, he's playing against Shigaev. b5, trying to open the queen. White also opens his queen on a1 with b3. Okay. As always, I have no idea what's going on at the chessboard. Hess is playing e4, knight f, e6. Such a weird move here to play without the pawns. He's playing c5. Yeah, this is the typical idea. Just play with a pawn and play with a knight. Even in Fischer Random, works quite well. So I want to take a look once again at the qualified players, so we just can have an idea of who's already there. Can you send me the link again? Sorry, I didn't save it. Maybe I have it here. Oh, I have it here. Yeah, I have it here. So I'm gonna tell you guys some of the names already qualified. So we have Konrad Holt from the US, Vladimir Dobrov from Russia. We have Penguin, Andrew Tang, of course. We have Muizbek 26, I think that's Rauf Mamedov from Azerbaijan. We have the Chess Queen, Alexandra Kostenyuk. Georg Mayer qualified already also. Nihal Sarin also qualified. Maxim Atlakov qualified. Samuel Sevian from the US. Yaroslav Jerebuch, also from, originally from Ukraine, but plays for the US. Yuri Kuzubov also qualified from Ukraine, strong GM. Grigory Oparin also qualified. Ruslan Ponomaryov, of course, ex-world champion. Rasmus Svein, GM Vallejo from Spain. Big Fish already qualified. Tigran Petrosian, Horant Milkumian. Le Quang Liem, super strong player from Vietnam. So pretty tough knockout with 96 players. Igor Litsi, also very strong from Russia. Boris Savchenko. Daniel Naroditsky, he destroyed last week's qualifier. Vugar Razulov, and I think that's about it. Those are the main names for the qualifiers. I know that white has a bigger advantage in fish random. Are there any other statistical differences? I have no idea about results there, but I don't know that there is a guaranteed advantage. I don't know about that. Never heard about that officially, I think. So that's a very weird decision by Matthias Bluebaum. He plays against, okay, Paul from SPB. But why would it take a draw with white so quickly? Okay, maybe he's in a bad position. He's a clear pawn down. There is some play, but not enough. 96 looks fine. Actually, bishop f5 then. There is some play here, for sure. And he's in a bad spot to qualify because he's now at 5.5, but there are millions of players still playing this round. They're gonna have more points than him, and his tiebreak is not good at all. Like, now he's 6th place, but everyone else is playing here. Okay, also we had a draw between Esipenko and Pankratov. That was a quick draw, apparently. Good for them. They have 6.5 out of 8 with good tiebreaks. So they can already make a draw in the last 2 games. It's easy enough to qualify. Good enough. And also, if you're playing someone so desperate to take a draw, you don't need to take a draw now because they're going to take the draw later if you need. Because it's really good for them. I mean, Paul is already very happy with a draw. He has a good tiebreaks. If he loses the last round, he's out, but he's gonna try to make a draw. So anyway, let's see which game is exciting. Who do you wanna watch, guys? Chat. Who do you want to watch right now? We have Hess playing, we have Fedosev playing, Robson playing, and of course Bortnik playing. That's the game we're following right now. Hess is the favorite. Always the favorite. Audience's favorite. Okay, I'm there. I'm there with Robert already. So he played the 496 against Roman. 0-1 Roman. Knight d2, g3. He won a pawn already. It's in a kind of a passive spot with the knight, passive situation. But doesn't look right for white. Big time advantage for black right now. Also a pawn up. This piece is a little bit weird, but without the queens, I don't see that as a big problem. Bishop f4 looks nice. Hitting the knight. The knight cannot leave like to any square because of d2. He plays castle, which looks fine. Also developing the rook that was stuck there on b8. No, c8. Okay, the king goes to c8 now. I'm gonna play bishop f4 next. Looking good. Yeah, I wanted to play bishop f4 earlier to avoid this kind of moves on knight g4, but okay, black has to get the file. Looks fine. King g2, bishop f4. King e2, much better. So we had a long day today, guys. Long day today. We had the Speed Chess Championship, the Junior Speed Chess Championship between Wei and Firouzja. Very close match, but at the end the Chinese got the best of it and qualified to the finals against Jeffrey Zhang to be played next week. To rook h4, trying to invade here. Hess came to the conclusion that he should not do anything here in the center, like take on d4 or Just wait. If white plays d5, I got this nice square for the knight on e5. Takes, takes. The pawn is passed already on h4. Rook h8, and that's an additional pawn, so it looks very good for white right now, for black right now. Pretty good for black. So draw offer that I just heard. Huh, Goofy Penguin offered a draw here. Check. She is winning a pawn here. A very important pawn. Black may have some activity here on the king side, but I mean, I'm also developing, and this is very nice, very solid. And this is weak now. Goofy Penguin offers a draw again. She takes the free pawn, offers a draw again. That's the interesting situation now. She just offered a draw, he refuses. She wins the pawn, and she offers it again. Like, do you really want to lose or what? Of course, there's a big rating difference here. She's 2300 blitz, so. But I like white's position here. I think he's in trouble. Robson should be in trouble. Maybe he'll try knight g4. Stuff like this. Maybe. Big Fish is in time trouble suddenly. Oh, he's kind of losing here. Ooh, knight c6. He cannot take because of queen b4. Rook b7 maybe. Then e4. No, e4 does not quite work. Yeah, black is destroying here, definitely. Black is much better here. Takes on d4, going for the positional grip here. E d4, gotta be played. Queen c6. It should be a little bit surprising to give the bishop, but now rook c8 I'm playing with black. Looks very good. Hitting this, and that is very strong. The a7 pawn is weak, so white has some things to be happy about as well. Let's go back to Hess now. So took the pawn, d5. I thought it was going to play knight e5. Knight a5 hitting this, but it's defended now. So b4, knight b7. Oh, such an ugly placement for the pieces there. Maybe there was no way to avoid this, but b5, e6, trying to break white's center. D e6, I would imagine. Trying to make these pieces play at some point. Like the bishop and both of the knights. So e6, takes, c4, f5. Trying to break these pawns once again. ef5, he can play ed5. Looks nice. I have never seen more weird pieces. Not only for black, but also for white. Look at this. So knight f6. Kind of defending the pawn on e4 and also removing the knight from the attack. Take on e4, knight d4, I guess. Sorry guys, long day here. I'm sure that Hess feels the same. He's been commenting there. Hey Chess, so many shows. Do you even get to sleep? Yes, it was a long day yesterday. Had a long stream for the Pro Chess League. Our team qualified to the playoffs of the summer series, and then I streamed for like many hours because I was so grateful to the club match that we won, to the fans. So we streamed quite a lot yesterday, and today been streaming the Speed Chess Championship earlier as well. But we're almost finishing here today. Knight f6. Takes and draw, but he cannot take everything. He can take and take. Yeah, why not take and take? What am I missing here? So Girkasa wins his game. He's at 5 points now, still not in a great shape. So what happened here in Bortnik's game? Another draw offer. Aha, now Robson offers a draw. Interesting. Interesting. I love this kind of stories here. So she takes. He goes back. BC. Bishop D2. 95. Oh, and she refuses the draw. I love it. I love this kind of drama here. She wants to play on. She wants to win now. She has 5 minutes and 40 against 1 minute. Yeah, I got the reference. Hikaru does like that, right? The takes. That was the reference. So now, what is Robson doing? He's completely lost. He's playing an opponent that doesn't want to draw anymore. He thought the draw was always there, but he lost the last chance to agree to a draw. Rook d6. Very scary because there's a pin here. White's a pawn up. And white is so solid here. So solid. Of course, she's facing a very strong GM, but knight d5, bishop f4. Looks like easy play for white here. And also a winning position. How about knight d5 here, huh? How about that? I would say, why not knight d5? There's a nice plot twist to this story, huh? That's a very great plot twist. Of course, we're gonna stick to this game. Has a great story behind it, so let's see. Bishop b4, that's a move also. Not so sure how good it is, but yeah, that's a move. So bishop e4, queen c8 takes. Again, horrible position for black, but now there's a weakness here. Not so sure about queen b5 also. I don't like giving the bishop because there's a weakness here on f3. There's a check that white has to be watching. And there's a g5 that could happen at some point. I mean, black's king is kind of safe now. There's no diagonal there, so g5 is an idea. Oh, rook e5! Rook e5 is winning! No, she had rook e5. She had rook e5 there, right? Oh, no, there's a rook on d6. Never mind. Blundering. Big time here. Rook e1, now check. Yeah, there's no, yeah. I was just testing you guys again. g5, rook e1, maybe. Maybe rook e1 now. And bishop f4. g4, wow. Rook e8? GG for Mr. Robson. He's gonna fight, but now it's done. g4 is a nice move, definitely. Wow. Because rook takes f4, I just take and take here, yeah? But even that was interesting because of queen g4 check. Anyway, big blunder here for Ray Robson, even without time. I'd imagine he was not going to blunder that. Knight f6 now. Oh, there's no check here. Interesting. Very interesting. There's a check there, of course, yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm blundering everything, like Robson. I thought there was no check here because I saw this and this, but queen f7 and king f1. Interesting. So now she has 6 points. She has a great score now. Some 10 games going on. Big time trouble here for Fedosev. He's a pawn up. Oh no, he's not a pawn up anymore. Rook d4 is gonna be a draw here. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw. King G2 I thought was more logical. And E5 next. So, I mean, if white plays C6, then E5. Now just King E6 probably. Something like that, and black is just gonna make a draw. Hess won his game. What happened there? Let's just go back there. It was such a bizarre position. He played bishop f4 here, hitting the knight. Takes, 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 knight d6, takes, 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 takes now. And it's an easy win here. 2 pawns up, goes back, making a pin. Nice win here, 2 minutes left in the clock, so not that many emotions there. Wow, he's trying to win this. Why did he play 5 here? Such a blunder. Why did he play 5? Black, check and take. Still a draw, but why would he do that? Black can just play king f6, it's a draw, or just wait here. Because taking looks dangerous. Take, 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 king f3, king d5. King f4 takes, king c5. Oh, it's a draw. No, it's not a draw. It's a win for white. Yeah, you cannot take this. Take, take, king f3, king d5, king f4, king c5, king f5, king d4, king g5, king e4, king h5, king f3, g4, and it's a win. Right? Right, everyone? King f3, h4. Yeah, this looks much better. Yeah, sure, of course. He's gonna lose on time now. Big Fish offers a draw, and Fenderin takes the draw. How many games do we have left here? Oh, we have still Bortnik playing. Bortnik is a piece up against the Viatkin, and is completely winning now. Just gonna bring check here, knight d3, white king is safe. Nothing really going on. You can try something like that, but it's not enough. Actually, it's not that obvious. Queen f8, I just march to the king. Maybe it's not that obvious here, actually. Queen e3, g5, huh? Interesting. Actually, it's not that easy. Knight d3, I go check, but maybe knight d3, yeah, check. G5 now? What now, buddy? Oh, scary. Queen f3, nice move. He wants to kind of checkmate there. Almost checkmate. Now, knight d3. Rook e6. h3, wow. Oh, rook g4 was a threat. He's almost losing on time. King h2, nice move. Knight f4. Oh no, he cannot play that. Oh, he's gonna lose. Knight e1, king h3 now. He's so fast and impressive. With 1 second he found it. And now he's winning, I guess. Knight f3. Sorry. Knight g2 looks fine. And king h2. Oh, check. Whoa, that was so precise. That was so precise. Look at this. Here, he played this with 1 second in the clock. There is not really a threat, actually, but... Yeah, knight f4 was losing, that I mentioned. Rook f4, takes and take. Not losing, maybe a draw. But knight e1 is perfect, bringing the knight over. Take, and then just control. And with a 2-second increment, as soon as you get your position together, nothing bad happens, you have time. Okay, so 2 games left. We have Matibar against Artak Manukyan from Armenia. Bishop e5, g4 takes. Yeah, he has to resign now. Bishop a1, g5, g6, g7, g8. Okay, that's also good. g5 and g6. Yeah, he resigns. And the last game of the round is this one, actually. e4 of hearts against Erling Erling is almost checkmating white here. Mate. Oh no, it's not mate. Bishop d1 here. He defends the queening there. King c3 or king d4. Nice. Want to take there. Good one. d8. Now it's winning. Yeah. He's gonna play this on. Yeah, he should play. It's winning, but yeah. Rook d5 now probably. King bishop d1. No. Bishop d3, king d1. Yeah, maybe. Don't like this one, but okay. Check and yeah, but now check. Oh, this is almost a draw. Oh, it's gonna have to repeat, I think. Rook a5? It's a draw, I think. Check. Oh no, he could repeat 3 times, I think. King d4 now. Bishop d3 was a nice way to. Oh, now king e3, it's over. Yeah. Now white dominates, makes progress here. Rook h5. Still gonna have to play on. It's not like completely easy. Check there was stronger, I think. Bishop e2. That's way too solid, but also looks good enough. Bishop f3. He goes this way now. King b6, king a5, king b4. We're gonna be harassing king d2 now, winning the rook. Or king f4. No, this was stronger. The rook has nowhere to hide. The rook had nowhere to hide after king f2. That was winning. Now king b6 has to be played. Oh, come on. King b6, don't flag. King a5. King b4. King c3. King d4. Many technical issues here. I like this move. To play this, now king e5. Now it's finally a win, but it's not over yet. No, don't flag, don't flag. Come on. Now rook g1. No, he flagged. He or she flagged. So we're going finally to the last round. This is gonna be the last round that I comment on the Fischer Random. I don't know if I'm gonna comment on the knockout actually, but I'm not gonna be here next week. But it's been a pleasure. Now we're still gonna see the last round. So we have Bortnik with 6.5, Esipenko 6.5, Pankratov 6.5. Then also Paul from SPB. Wow, Bortnik and Pankratov made the quickest draw in the chess history. Wow. Your commentary is awesome. Thank you, Agent Smith. Appreciate it. We had a draw there, strategical draw between Bortnik and Pankratov. 7 points for both players, so they both qualify. They guarantee a spot on the 96-player knockout. We also have a draw between Esipenko and Paul from SPB, so the 4 players are definitely guaranteed because the 3 with 7 points, of course, they're in. Paul with 6.5, it's likely to be in, of course. Yeah, he's qualified for sure, yeah. Then I'm gonna have many interesting games. Let's see. Let's see the games. Yeah, all of the other boards are playing. Oh, we have 2 games. Oh, we have a nice game here. The first board now is Dima Ramon 2169 against Goofy Penguin 2366. So we're gonna have one of these players qualifying for sure. And I mean, I think it's nice because it's not, neither of them are one of the big guns. And we had so many GMs playing this tournament, so it's gonna be nice to see one of them qualify. So the top 4 players is they're guaranteeing their spot in the knockout. The top 4 players. And then we have Goofy Penguin at 6, Dima Ramon, Big Fish, Hess, Devyatkin, Blue Bomb, Shigaev, Bartel, and Mona Lisa, all at 5.5 out of 8. So it's gonna be a great round. Let's see. So this is the first board we open. There's Hess, I guess, against Fedosev. Fedosev already has a spot, so it doesn't make a difference for him. Devyatkin already is qualified as well, playing against Bartel. Mateusz Bartel from Poland. Monalis is playing against Bluebaum from Germany. And Robson playing a very open position against Shigaev. I was gonna say I've seen this position before, but it's Fischer random. It looks dumb to say that, right? Yeah, so probably this is not theory, because I'd say I've seen this position once. I think they played it in the tournament in I don't know where, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's Fischer random, so it would be nice to have a repeated position once. Knight g4. He's trying to go for checkmate of some sort, which doesn't make sense. Yeah, I have an over the board tournament next week, so I won't be around. That's the issue. Yeah, I have an over the board tournament here in Brazil. It's a small weekender tournament next week, so I won't be around for the Sunday Fischer random. But I have no idea about the knockouts, the knockout part, how it's gonna be. But I'd be very happy to be around here, because it's gonna be a great tournament. It's comment. So let's see. Robson has a chance. Robson has a chance for sure, but he has a very tough pairing. So I play c4, and he has 5 points, so he must win and then get kind of lucky with the tie breaks. No, he has bad chances to qualify. 6 points and not qualifying. No, I think he's out. He needs a miracle here. It actually doesn't take all that many games until it's greater than a 50% chance that you see a repeat game. I didn't understand your comment. Maybe I'm too dumb. I don't know. It does take many games, right? Because it has to be the same position. I'm not talking about the initial position. I'm talking about like the same initial position and then the same position after like 7 moves, you know? No, I know repeating the same position is not impossible, but playing the same moves in a same position. Yeah, same initial position. Bringas de Caneco. Oh yes, Vitor. You can count on that. Yeah, it was a different point. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a big chance to repeat initial position. Yeah, I agree with that. So Robson has 5. That's a problem. He doesn't have 5.5. Many players that are at 5.5. He was very unlucky that he has 5, and he also got a very tough pairing here. So b5 takes. Knight d6. Awkward spot for the knight. e5. Knight b5. He's going to d4. He's definitely better here. Robson, the bishop is badly placed. He has a beautiful bishop pair. The bishop on a1 is not that beautiful, actually. But it's better for white, yeah. Yeah, that's why he has chances. He needs a miracle, but he has chances because, like, if Fedoseev beats Hess, for example, and Devyatkin beats Bartel, and some other board with 5.5 makes a draw, and he has good tie breaks, so he has chances, definitely. I think they're not big, but he has chances. So Bortnik guarantees, Esipenko, Ponkratov, and Paul from SPB as well. Now we still have 3 spots to be decided. And this is a very important game. Dima Ramon against Goofy Penguin. I love this nickname. The Goofy Penguin. It sounds nice. c3 attacking the queen. Queen c6. Check. It's almost a checkmate here. Yeah, Dima Ramon is killing here. Definitely. Bishop b5. Oh, that's very annoying. CD. Probably take with the bishop. Also 96, right? Oh, this is winning. Yeah, 96. I mean, yeah, not so sure. If you take with a knight, yeah, this is more solid. Yeah. This was sketchy because 96, bishop b5 is my idea. But I was thinking about rook e6, bishop f5. But then it's allowing bc3 and wins the exchange, but your king gets destroyed, so it should be winning, like b3 now. But yeah, he played a solid move. Bishop takes d4. Knight d6. g7 was hanging, but the knight is hanging, so played castle here. Yeah, it looks very, very messy for black here. Very annoying for black. Pawn up for white. A draw was interesting for them because, of course, now it's not taking a draw, but they had decent chances to qualify with a draw. And considering their strength, I mean, but okay, both have good chances to win this game, so. But draw could maybe qualify both of them, so you never know. So rook e6, we can take on g7, actually. I think it's safe, I don't see a problem. And then you have 3 passed pawns. How often do you get 3 passed pawns on the king side in an endgame here? In a middle game, sorry, not an endgame yet. That's the issue, it's in a middle game. Your beard looks good, thank you. I am Brazilian and Armenian. But yeah, I look more like an Armenian than a Brazilian with the beard, I know that. But thank you, I guess.